Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy. How you doing?
Here we are again. Welcome everybody back to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. I get the privilege of stepping in again one more time and appreciate all the love from you guys that are here every day working your. Oh, I almost got in trouble right there.
Almost.
I almost caught it.
What's considered like? What's on the list?
Now he was not gonna say, like ass is not a problem.
Okay, all right.
Okay, ass isn't a problem?
He was gonna add. It sounded like he was gonna say the F bomb.
Yeah,
before.
I was,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I didn't.
Okay. I was right.
I am not drinking on, before we start, I am not drinking on this show today. You guys got me to drink like 10 shots yesterday.
You got yourself.
No, you were part of it. And plus you gave me the big tall glass.
It matches you.
Welcome everybody to the show. It's a pleasure, like I said, to be on here and all the love that you guys give me. Thankfully, Cali Blaze isn't here today, so it should be a smooth show. I don't know why he gets under my skin like he does, and he brings the bully in me out.
I noticed.
And only he can do that. I'm telling you. Only you met him earlier. Only he can do that. But to my right, mixologist.
Yes.
Bad son of a gun, man. See, I almost said something bad again.
Almost.
My man, C-.
What up, everyone? Happy Thursday.
Next to him, somebody that loves iced tea and apple juice.
all that.
All that. My man, Psycho Lizzy.
Salud, cheers on a Thursday. Word up.
On a Thursday.
And Karina, thanks for the apple juice.
Karina.
Franco.
I'm not going to swear. Up at the stairway to heaven up there, who do we got? We got Ray, Colton, and Dom, right? Those three of them up there?
Oh, yeah. How you doing, Godfather?
Man, I'm doing good. No drinks today. You're another one that gets me to drink all the time.
Well, we like to see you have a good time on the show.
Hey, play that
Thank
clip
you.
one time.
Settle down.
Don't start on me already.
Oh, that was great.
Then we have a good friend of mine that I've known for a while. E-Zone.
What's up, GF? Yesterday I did not let you drink alone. Okay,
No,
so you was not the only one feeling it. However, I did feel that the Canadian whiskey was kind of like their currency, and it's 30% less.
Oh.
Yeah. Like it didn't hit me.
It hit me.
Yeah, like I was just like it's just right under, but it's like it's cool. You could drink more out there. I remember that.
Somebody's got to stop me sometimes.
Oh, wait.
Somebody's got to stop me.
Dr.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Nobody wants to stop you, dude. That's like trying to stop that toolbox from Home Alone when you push it down the stairs. It's like no.
We also have a good friend of mine. I would say that I've known you for at least 30 years.
30
I had to
years,
meet you in
man.
the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's like one whole me.
I've smoked with him, drank with him, fought with him. I've seen him do things in my bed with people you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
I'm going to leave that alone. Two-time Hall of Famer, part of the great Generation X, NWO, the Pack. Give it up. Dude, one of the hardest working dudes, most talented people in wrestling. Sean Waltman, XPac.
Hey, man. 30 years, Bear.
30 years,
Yeah.
man. You know how you know right away people know you call me Bear.
Yeah, I was like, you
Yeah.
knew Bear?
Yeah, I did, man. Wow.
Scary?
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You know how nice Bear is now? Like, I mean, dude, come on. I mean,
How nice
laugh at
Charles
it,
is?
But, dude, come on, man. He's fucking incredibly kind and always has been. I mean, Oh, what the fuck? Come on, man.
That's two.
No,
No,
for
please
a
keep
big
going.
scary motherfucker like that. Oh man.
Oh, he cussed.
Hey, what do I have to do?
Well, you can assign anyone up on top as your ringer. So if
Right.
you wanted someone
Yeah,
to
for
do
now, because
Hey, you gonna smoke one? That's
I'll step up for him.
Dude, you give him the whole bottle if that's the case.
Well, I mean,
He just in 5.
Hey,
if I only have to do one shot, I'll do one shot.
no, but
Oh my God! This is
No,
how it starts.
That's how it starts.
That's literally
No.
how it starts. No, you were yesterday. Like that's how it started.
Yeah.
I'll just take one shot.
hey, why
here.
don't they think you're a good, nice individual, Bear? What don't?
Let me
I
ask you
know?
a question. Back
Yeah.
in the day, do you ever remember seeing me in a club with my shirt off?
Honestly, I think I might have.
But you've seen the Bear side of me.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a whole there's a whole different side of me. We keep him away, but
Yeah.
there's a Bear side of me.
yeah, for sure. And I remember a night in El Paso, Texas. I don't know when you ended up. Oh,
Hang on, this is for you. I'm taking your shot. For
Hey,
Please don't cuss no more.
I won't.
Salud.
I won't.
Hold on. How many do you owe, Bear? I mean,
you're not drinking a-
Jeff?
I
What?
thought it was a bong hit you took.
No, how many do you owe?
Just a shot.
Oh, I thought he said more than one.
No, he
Okay.
just said, you know what he said. Don't
Okay.
try to catch me.
well, there's,
No, I was gonna take the other one.
yeah, there's
you-
three of them. There was
Okay,
three.
then me and GF make up one each.
Was there 3?
yeah.
Yeah, there was 3. All right.
I thought we crushed all 3 into one drink.
Nah, dude, don't be pouring them triple shots,
Dude,
bro.
no, I'm going next. I'm going to this way.
All
I'm
right, so
not doing
cheers.
it.
I'm taking one.
Cheers.
You taking one.
Thanks
You
for
go.
being here, brother.
You definitely
Sorry
got
about
a
that,
triple shot.
Hey, it happened.
I thought you had a choice. You could either have the bong or the shot.
That,
You
that
do have
thing-
a choice.
Yeah.
I'll go that way next time.
All right, I won't do it to you again.
But yeah, there was a whole different side to me.
Yeah, well, for sure. But for the most part, I only saw the kind, considerate side of you that didn't match the book on the cut. Can't judge the book by the cover. Like that was you, man.
You know
Like,
why?
Honestly,
You know why? Because I was around. We were always smoking, and you always got
That's
the
true.
smoking bear.
yeah.
You know.
'Cause
with-
I remember that like when I first got there and you weren't Godfather yet.
Yo, what kind of weed you was smoking back then?
Yeah.
Like
Train wreck.
train wreck,
Right?
That was
I was train wrecked whenever we could get it.
train wreck was fine.
But honestly,
bro. I
back
can't
then, sometimes you took what you could get.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Back then,
who's be hating on those early strains? Like those are the pioneers that like set the way. Like don't be hating on Purple Haze.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
times, man, it would be that shit that came in the brick.
Yep.
And you'd
I didn't hear him say that.
Oh man, hey, I'll take the bong hit. Send it this way.
Oh,
Not
right
going out
on.
to you.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Bong hit or the dab hit? Oh, you know what? Here, it's the same thing.
I don't want to break it.
What do you
Here we
mean?
go.
Oh, you want to know what he means by you want to know what he means by I don't want to.
Because
There's a
I had like a puff earlier today, couple of puffs.
Brother, you do it at your pace.
Yeah.
But they hold something against me. One time, this apparatus here, this stunning glass that you're getting ready to hit, if it gets dirty, like you don't clean it and you just keep flipping and you don't clean it, it gets hard and gets kind of gross and sticky. One day, I might have had a couple.
These tips. This funky feel tip. Make a tip for these.
Ooh,
not yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't think about
Yeah,
it.
but they're like they pretty much put it. They did put a big funky in there, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. But it was
Plastic
so.
thing like you do at hookahs.
I was flipping it, and as I was flipping it, I was struggling with it.
Yeah.
I went through it, and it broke. And so they hold that against. They love showing it.
You want to
on
watch the
screen.
video?
There's a video of
They
it.
love showing the video.
Hey, yo, Bolton, roll it.
It was not my fault. It was Cairo's fault. He's not here now, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It was Cairo's fault. He didn't keep it clean. I almost cussed again. I almost caught myself.
It's almost impossible for me not to, man.
No, you never.
How you guys did it on TV?
Yeah, I don't understand how, especially with DX. How do you not? Like,
It's a different. I don't know. It's just a different mode, man. Like you're in this environment. It's laid back. It's really hard to be this person and not. I mean, when the red lights, it's just different.
It's
It's
probably
just different, man.
start every show with like, "What the f's up? Such and such city." I would imagine.
I
if
used
you're-
to hear.
What do
I used
when
to
do you
hear.
want me to start now?
You just hit it. Yeah, you're hitting it now.
I used
mean-
to hear some people sometimes slip up on TV. Like,
Oh, all the time.
yeah.
What do they have? Like a 3-second delay or something? They can
Ooh,
catch you
maybe
most of the time. Is it
maybe
3
4 or
seconds?
5.
Is it that long?
Maybe. I remember in radio we had a 2.5 to 5 minutes. Like you could warp it so it would play later out to the public. So if you caught it, you could just mute it yourself, or just I remember that.
You know what though? Just getting back. One of people always ask me like all AEW and this one and that one and the different organizations like, well, what do you think about today's wrestling and what do you think about this? And I always say, you know what? I'm not here to poo-poo on any generation or any time, but I just tell people I was so lucky, blessed to be part of the Attitude Era, bro. Wasn't that some of the
It was
best
just the
time?
best, man.
He's like, I'm not here to Ric Flair it.
And honestly, man, even that couple of years before that, like that they called the New Generation Era or whatever, like you came back as Kama during that time.
Yeah.
Like those were tough years, and we weren't making that much money, but like I'm grateful for those two. Man, we made ourselves have a good time.
You're right.
Even during, and even the best times I can remember were during those tough times, man. But then the Attitude, it was like we got rewarded for that what we went through, man.
You know, I wanted to bring this up now. I can't believe I haven't asked you, GF, but this is a very adult question to ask, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this. Like, what's the insurance situation when you're a wrestler? Like, how long does it take till they start covering all your injuries?
They do, man.
Like
Anything that happens in WWE, any injury you get in the ring for them, it's all covered, 100%.
I have been
That's dope.
injured at home.
Even dental and stuff, you can just go to the dentist and be like, look, I want.
I never.
I never even tried that one either, but
They paid for my therapy. Like
I had insurance.
yeah,
I had my own insurance.
But I was out of WWE, and they were still paying for stuff.
Oh, damn, that's
Yeah.
sick. So they take.
Rad.
Damn, WWE takes
Well,
care
they-
more than like their people in the. We take care of our veterans.
You can make an argument on whether, like, they should have, have health care, just regular cover health care for their wrestlers. But, like, I mean, as far as stuff in the ring, like, they were really good about that.
They were.
So you didn't get health care like in general, or
No, man, but honestly, for me personally, I think it would be great if they did. But I made enough money, man, where I bought my own health care and I bought the plan I wanted, and so that's how I did it because
Yeah.
we weren't given health care. But like I didn't want to go off on the weeds on that subject, but
But they would take care of you.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
took
yeah.
care of me.
Yeah.
I've hurt myself at home, and they took care of me.
'cause
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong, it would just make a lot of sense, like for them to actually include it as a part, because I don't really know what the deal is with, like, for MLS, right? These guys are running out there, they got to protect their legs or whatever. So like, why don't you just ready to assign them a good healthcare plan to just make sure that everything's A1, make sure that like nothing's going wrong. He doesn't, Mankind didn't have to get beat up so bad for him to go to the hospital. Like maybe he could have just gone for a regular checkup on behalf of the company. Like every time we saw him bleed on TV, I was like, man, somebody give him a napkin, bro. Like this is sad. Like, I mean, I know it might have not been real sometimes, but some of those were.
No, a lot of it, especially with him. Most of it was real.
Hey, Bear, how often were you injured? You mind me calling you Bear on here?
No.
Okay. Just like Kid, like I'm fine with Kid. Like my friends that know me that long, I as a matter of fact, I dig it when my older friends call me Kid.
I've been going out of my way not to call you kid.
Come on, man.
And I've been going, Sean.
No.
Dude, I want to call you kid. I'm like, I
of
probably
course.
shouldn't call
I
him
hate
kid
it.
because I know you as kid.
Yeah.
I hate it when
1,
people
2,
call
3.
you
I don't like it when
Yeah.
I don't like it when people that didn't know me and they're like 30 years old and they're trying to call me Kid. I'm like, no.
You're like, no,
I'm
man.
glad I called him Pac, dude. Yeah, no, it's Pac, not Pac.
What about
Colton.
were you injured bad?
Oh, yeah. I really got hurt in that brawl for all.
Yeah. Was it your hamstring or your
I
groin?
blew
or something?
my quad and my ham out and messed up my hip.
In the ring?
Yeah, man, in a real fight. I'm not even
Who
going to get
goes?
into it.
Hey, man, who goes into like a real like prize? I mean, that was a prize fight, but they go and they get high before they get in the ring for a real prize fight. One person I've ever known.
But unfortunately, I got knocked the fuck out in that goddamn thing. And a lot of people No, it's 30 minutes, right?
Nope, it's 15. You need a lighter?
I'm not doing shots. I ain't doing no more shots. All right, maybe one more, but that's
Hey, what is it?
Pass that cup.
the brawl for all. You know what? With the brawl for all,
It's a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was fighting Dan Severin, and these are like 3 2-minute rounds or something, and with gloves on, and you're really going at it.
All
There's
those guys had a different body build too, bro.
Yeah.
They had like, you know how like you could tell somebody's like farm strong. Like a lot of those
Yeah.
guys that were fighting, like you could tell it's like
Bart was one.
These
Bart.
these dudes are like they're like mule of a person. You know, they can carry stuff. They're like straight
Yeah.
like beasts. Like I don't like not for nothing. Like I you know I'm 32 and like when I started seeing the shift and like once the Attitude Era was done and then when I started seeing that all the wrestlers were kind of all turning into different versions of Rey Mysterio. All respect to Rey Mysterio, I'm a big fan, but you know when all of them were flying just as high, it's like I'm like what happened to all like the dudes that could look like they could walk in there and
You made them
slap
big
the
badass.
shit out of
Yeah,
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll take this shot. Yeah, because there was a lot of wrestlers that they look like they just like, you don't want to
Yeah.
say nothing to him, bro. Like, you know, like he's just, but now all of them, it's like, hey, man, they're out here like little spiders. They're just like,
Hey, times change. If it's changing, it's because people are changing, and that's what they want to see. So it's like all
the day
tall.
will come back around where
The day of the
that
monster's
will come
gone.
back. But I think a version of it will come
You think
back.
so?
I would. I mean, I can't imagine it not. I mean, different things going in and out, man. Like,
Hey, everything changes, man.
I
You
mean,
gotta
but the
change
but the
with it.
thing is like they're gonna be doing, and you see it with not to get all off under like nowadays wrestling stuff. but
Yeah.
you just see a lot of the bigger guys doing a lot of the stuff the smaller guys were only the smaller guys were doing, man, flipping off the ropes and like.
I wouldn't know
stuff
where
that
do
I
you
would
go.
never. I could never even do stuff.
and that's scary to watch too, man. Like, you know, it's almost like if you're watching a greyhound like jump over like stuff, you're like, hey, dude, his body's not meant for that, dude. He can break his back. You know what I mean? Or like, you just can't.
Boy.
It's not necessarily just like why would I want like the great Khali to jump off like from Hell in a Cell? It's not gonna happen, bro. He might die. You know?
No,
like,
you're
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, some of the things you've done.
the injury wise.
I mean, just moved wise.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
how
yeah.
much jeopardy you put your life in. I was.
Yeah, the flag, because I used to just, like when I was young, you know, man, I was one of those guys, you know, that just had a normal body and like didn't fit in like at all with the stereotype.
You were the reason the Hardy Boys were created. You during that DX generation, like that's before they even became a thing, and that was like, you know, I saw them from the beginning when they got signed. But it's like I remember that '90s era, you guys coming out with a tank, China, and
yeah.
everybody in there.
It was
like,
a Jeep with a cannon on it, but
Yeah, but you know, to a kid, you're like, oh, that's a tank, my Jeep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you got any stories with China?
I mean, just stories you've already heard, man.
I mean, I never heard no stories.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'll pass on that.
But yeah,
She was just honestly. I'll say this about Joni. She was the magic ingredient in DX, man. To me,
She was.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Enough props.
You know,
She was.
and yeah, man, miss her.
She was always cool with me.
Funny too, man.
Funny. She was always
Funny,
cool with me.
yeah.
I can hear her now, Papa. She called me
Yeah.
Papa.
she felt like you know, like if you grew up and like a guy like there's a cholo out there that has an abusive girlfriend, but he has a sister that's like I'll get my sister to go beat you up over that.
Yeah.
You know, like B-Real says he has a sister out there. Remember, he's like, man, you'll mess with me. I'll send my sister. I'm like, yo, man, that's how you were back in the day. He's like, yo, bring it. He talks about those stories sometimes.
Ooh. We started a story earlier, and I got to watch the stories I bring up. But hello, neighbor.
Yeah. When we were talking about it in the green room.
You were saying about one of the times that you were caught, or not caught, but were spoken to about it was.
I wasn't I think it was right after you got finished using it in the bathroom at the Anaheim Pond.
They had these little gimmicks. It looked like chapstick, right?
I'm lost. What are you talking about?
Hang on. Okay, they're called Hello Neighbor.
It was something like that.
I
Friendly
think they were
neighbor,
called Friendly
hello
Neighbor or something.
something.
But when you took a hit, you were to blow it through this chapstick
device,
looking
looks like
thing
chap-
device.
Oh, it's like it makes it disappear. I know what you're talking about.
And then when it comes out, it smells like berries or
Cherry
strawberry
or something,
But the
yeah.
problem would be is you take a big hit and then you start coughing.
It come out the sides of your mouth.
And it
you
come
know?
out the side of your mouth. And so we would be in locker rooms and stuff and go in little corners, where we didn't want to.
We're in the bathroom stall.
Yeah,
you know,
bathroom
sitting on the toilet.
stall. And I was probably in there I know Paul Bearer, God rest his soul, and Joni. I know Paul Bearer one time got busted because I was in there doing it. He walked in there after and they blamed him.
Wait, so they gave him stuff?
Huh?
Like they somebody thought it was him smoking in there?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I knew about it, but I had been in there before.
And you didn't tell him? Like you were just like, yo, my bad, or you just left.
Well, I don't think he got in any trouble. I don't think it was,
But
No one was getting in trouble. For
especially if it
back
was
then.
Jack Lanza.
Yeah.
I just imagine he's like going in there. He's like, yo, I see what you're doing in there, Paul. He's like, smells great. Like, did they start thinking he's a stoner because of you?
Paul would come out and say, Pappy, he called me Pappy. Pappy, you got me in trouble. Oh, Paul Bearer was a great joint roller.
Hey, what was really?
Did you know that? He rolled perfect joints.
What was inside the urn?
I don't know. Shit, I don't even know if I want to know.
Kurt was a good joint roller too, man.
Was he?
He would roll the joint as he was driving down the road. Like he would use his
Yeah.
knee to.
Like dangerous.
He would use his
No.
knee to drive, and
When I knew Kurt, I had not started smoking yet. I didn't
Yeah.
start smoking till the end of Papa Shango, which I was around 28 years old. And before that, I'd never smoked weed in my life. I don't know if you guys knew that. Never even tried it, bro. At my age, I was brought up that this is your brain, this is crack. Yeah.
Right.
I was afraid shitless.
I think you owe two.
There's 8 more minutes, man.
Hold on, let me see your.
We
cup.
need a timer out here or something.
Oh, you
man.
still got a
Your
shot
clock?
at it. You still got a shot in there.
Oh, you're telling on me now.
Well, no, he purposely poured you 3 shots.
No, I did it. But it's all good.
Yeah. What?
That's why I was like, I told you, I was like, yo, take it easy.
So what do I owe? What do I owe now?
More like 2 shots.
But yeah, it's fine.
How many of you like alcohol?
But didn't you have some type of situation where they thought it was you, but it was me on that same deal?
no, it wasn't necessarily that. It wasn't necessarily that they thought it was me, or anyone in particular. Like they knew several of us were doing it, right? And Shane just came up and asked me, "Come on, man, like just go outside, just go outside and do it.
Does it-
That's all we're asking."
Does it seem funny to you guys?
Shane told you this?
Yeah.
Like, was he like, he was just like trying to be nice, or was he like, yo, just you guys do this outside?
He was being cool.
Oh, because
Being cool, he was just
Yeah, so
being
that
like-
means
he was
there's-
just being reasonable.
He was being cool.
dude, that means he's probably like observed a lot worse in that locker room.
I don't know
Oh.
about that, but it wasn't.
It was him
You
being
know.
cool, just like, hey, come on. I mean,
that
we are grown ups, but
Yeah,
I mean-
and this is a
But-
building that I mean, I'm sure it's not the first time that, like, that's for instance, the Anaheim Pond, they smell weed because a lot of the concerts they just don't give a fuck, right? Oh shit, give me,
Jeez.
That was the double deuce.
here, give it to me.
Bring it.
Ah, yeah.
I know it's easy. We still got 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
I think I owe 2, but I'm going to
Dougie.
do them in hits because I really don't want to drink today.
On.
You really don't, huh?
Now, Psycho Lisa, you got something coming out, don't you? Or is it broke yet?
What the projects we worked
Yeah.
on? Yeah. Real Psycho, and then we got the Eric Bobo Stu Banger project. Escape the Matrix.
Nice.
So,
Man,
it's coming.
is our track on it, the little thing that I did with you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
I don't know if you call it rapping. I was trying to flow, but
Yeah. Nah, it was. I drink whiskey like apple juice. I drink whiskey like apple juice. Woo. Godfather, let him loose.
you do a lot better than I did.
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. It's done, and it's coming.
I can't wait. I heard it. I don't think if it was finished or not, but I heard it. It sounded pretty cool, man.
Yeah. It sounds good, man,
Hell-
and people are excited.
Does Dom have it? He recorded it.
Yeah.
Play it. Dom.
Should have it somewhere.
Can he play it?
No.
Nah,
no.
No, he can't do that. A
No.
little taste.
You know
of
what
it?
you can play though? Play that clip though.
Oh Jesus,
Bring it.
It's the best, dude.
It is good.
They won't play it for some reason.
Because I think they think you're gonna get mad.
No, I'm not getting. Only person gets me mad is Callie.
Here, I got the clip right here.
Oh, there
Stop,
it is. Look at
stop.
this.
For America and America. I'm gonna do a couple flips.
Oh, I'm drunk. Look at
This
me.
motherfucker.
That was great.
This motherfucker.
And you see my face because,
You know how strong you have to grab.
No, you don't have to
dude,
be strong.
it was. But you made it look. It was the most effortless thing I've ever seen. You were just like,
You didn't even have your wrestling ring on. You just did it barehanded.
Yeah. And
Oh
then,
wait, no, you do have one. I think.
Look at my eyes. Look, I'm drunk.
What did you do? Like,
He's
Yeah,
like
he just
squeezing the
palmed
life
it.
out of it.
Dude, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, but it wasn't my fault.
hey, it shattered into a bunch of little pieces too. It wasn't just like.
And there was water.
Did it make
And
a
it was
mess? I don't even remember. Did it make a mess?
Yeah, you know, good times.
I was speechless after that. I was like,
Yeah, everyone
I was
was.
just with my mouth open, like,
If we could have had cameras on all of us at the same
I
time,
couldn't
when-
stop laughing downstairs.
Yeah.
My stomach was hurting.
Okay,
like,
but
on the
stop.
couch.
Okay, stop. But what's really so funny about it?
the ease in which
Yeah.
you smashed it. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, gosh.
Because you had no intention, so it was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was so unexpected.
come on, B.
No one was expecting that.
And then what made me laugh about it was that person that was supposed to clean it automatically knew that they was said that he needed to clean it, otherwise it was gonna get stuck. So I was also laughing really hard because I'm like,
Told you.
he's gonna get in trouble for sure. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not only did it make a mess during the show on the set, but you know.
Yeah, it was
The logical thing, you're right. It wasn't your fault.
No.
you didn't get in trouble. The person that used to work here did.
absolutely.
I just, I don't know what to say. I don't know what's so funny about it, but
It's because it's just
Kind
the
of
sudden action of it. It's just like,
I'm saying, like you're the Godfather, B. You crush.
You did the
things,
finishing
like,
move on
you
the
know,
stunning
like,
glass, dude.
GF,
That's what people want to see.
the GF smash. It was
was that the same episode I took my shirt off?
That was the best, dude.
Yep.
no,
Yeah,
was
I
it?
think so, yep.
Kid,
yeah.
these guys got me so drunk on the show one time
Oh yeah, we all did, huh?
that the bear came out. The Jack Daniels
Yeah.
bear came out. We were talking about Jack earlier.
Yeah.
Jack
The
Daniels.
Jack Daniels bear came out, and I had some dude took off my shirt, had some dude smash me over my shoulders. Not real hard, but oh my God. My wife to this day, she's like, "You idiot."
Hey, Bear, you were talking about Bart earlier, and now you're talking about Bear and old Bear, Jack Daniels Bear. And I don't know if you remember this, but we had a show in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It was the night, I don't know if you remember me, when I came out with my eyebrows got shaved.
Yes, I remember.
It ended up was Kurt. I found out 25 years later it was Kurt.
I knew it was Kurt.
But I didn't, and Billy and them never stooged it off ever for like 25 years. Finally, Billy told me, but I thought, and Kurt just, was happy for me to believe it was Bart and Billy. And so I super glued their hats to their head. When they got to the ring, they tried to pull their.
No.
It was epoxy resin, but anyways, later on that night we're back in El Paso and we're at this country bar. Remember we'd always go to country
Yes.
bars.
Imagine that, me in
Yeah.
a country bar.
And
Whoa. Wow.
Bart was passed out, and
That's where it jumps off.
he got his hair cut. I'm not gonna say who cut it, but we saw you at a Jack in the Box drive-through. You were out. You were Jack Daniels Bear. We saw Jack Daniels Bear at the Jack in the Box drive-through, or whatever. Doesn't matter. And gave you the hair, and you woke up with it and didn't know where you got this hair, right? I don't know if you remember this or not.
No, fuck if I was.
Yeah, but
You're good.
Ah,
You're
no, I'm
You're
good.
good.
I'm
You're
good.
good.
I'm good.
anyways, you came into the dressing room the next day, and you held up this hair, and he goes, "I don't know where the hell I got this, but I woke up with this hair in my pocket." And Bart's looking at you because he's got.
I
half
kind of
hair
remember that. Rivers, people, man, we had a lot of fun with Ribs. And Kurt, I mean, people talk about Owen, God rest his soul. It's just so sad to talk about everybody saying God rest their soul.
Owen was a different kind of ribber too,
Yeah.
man. His were a lot funnier and less harmful.
You were passed out at the Jack in the Box?
It was probably a Waffle House or
No, you weren't passed out. You were
Whataburger.
just,
I was buried out.
yeah,
Eating some burgers,
Jack in the Box.
whatever, right?
Probably
Yeah.
probably.
eating some
We
waffles.
would just eat whatever back then,
Chicken and waffle.
Those were such good times, bro. And being on the road and then being cool with me, because like we talked a couple days ago, and you're like, dude, I remember you used to smoke 3 zips a week.
yeah. Yes.
And I know
Not a
that.
lie,
What?
man. That's not a lie.
3
I-
zips
I-
a week?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes, like if he had, like if I was with him or something, or somebody else, he would go through one in a day.
I smoked with a lot of people, bro. It wasn't just me.
Okay.
I was the guy that if you needed to smoke, Godfather probably had it.
You were like doing the Be Real thing, like you know how like before because now we don't share, so everybody has their own.
Right.
But before it's like I would imagine Be Real would probably go through a lot because he would be he'd be sharing it with like a lot of people hanging out at the Rainbow and doing all this stuff. So you were that guy.
Plus, we were rolling blunts.
That's right too.
We were. You remember Big
Yes,
Vis?
when I
Another one.
smoked
God
with you,
rest
I
his soul.
smoked blunts, and I was not a huge fan of blunts, but I smoked them with you.
Big Vis.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Damn, dude.
God, I know everybody, bro. He taught me how to roll a blunt. I got to tell the story real quick.
Yeah,
Real quick.
they're much harder to roll.
Okay, so you remember the Halliburton briefcases?
Yeah, I
Once
got
once somebody made a little bit of money in wrestling, you bought the snakeskin boots.
Yeah.
You bought the Rolly.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
bought the Halliburton briefcase.
Yeah.
And that's when you knew somebody was making money. That's because they would, you'd see guys with that. We're driving down the road. We're in an expedition, right? I'm rolling a blunt on a Halliburton. He's driving. All of a sudden, a highway patrol pulls up to us, and it says K9 on it, right? And as not only are we smoking a blunt, I'm rolling a blunt, we're smoking a blunt. So this dude pulls up right next to us, and Viscera was rolling. I was driving, and I'm just going like this. And I'm not trying to look at this dude, man. I'm not trying to put him over at all. And I'm like, oh, shit, put it out. Put it out. The dude's right on us. So he pulls back behind us, hits the lights. And I'm like, oh, man.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, shit, Here we go. So he rolls down the window, and he goes, are you the Godfather? And I'm like, yes, sir. He goes, man, we're fans of yours and this and that. And the dog is going crazy. The dog is, and then when he looks at me, and he goes, the dog's a big fan too.
Yeah.
And he goes, do you have any pictures? And back then,
Better have some pictures.
back then everybody carried 8x10s in their Halliburtons or whatever.
Yep.
And so I signed some pictures, and then he got in his car, have a good day, and then he drives away, and I'm just sitting there going, this has got to be a trick. This has got to be a setup. This has got to be a setup. But yeah, man. And,
Didn't it like a similar thing happen with Briscoe or something like that, or no?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. You didn't have a weed story with Briscoe.
I have a
Getting
bunch
pulled
with
over
him.
with him in the car. No, I don't mean like. Yeah, I got a couple.
I got pulled over once with him and Bruce Pritchard and Briscoe. But I mean, you're wanting to talk. How many times have you got stories about you smoking?
Oh, I mean, quite a few, man. Honestly, I remember coming back from a Germany tour with. You know how it was hard to get weed over in
Hash.
Europe? It was always hash, right?
Hash.
Yep.
Yeah, and they would mix it with
Cigarette. Tobacco.
Yeah.
And Coke.
Yeah, you're
Sometimes.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Were you like were you really tight with all the people in Generation X? Like was that a real thing?
Yeah.
Like are you still cool with a lot of them
Yeah.
to this day?
Every one of them.
Like Billy Gunn and all.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Awesome.
Is Road Dogg still around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear he just went back to work
Yeah.
for WWE
Yeah, you did.
as an agent or something. Yeah.
Hey, so I come back. We had the whole tour where we drove, like, people drove a couple of us in a car instead of being on a bus. And so it was me and a couple other guys. Well, it was Beefcake and Boss Man. And
Another
so-
one. God
yeah.
rest his soul.
So, dude, my dumb ass is rolling everything, the hash and everything in my passport. And so when I come back through passport control in Atlanta, And the lady gets my passport and opens it up, and she sees all these crumbs in there, and she goes, "What's this?" And she goes, "I know." Like, anyways, they pulled me aside. They didn't. You know, I didn't get in trouble, but they were like, you know, there wasn't enough there. But
How long ago was this?
probably, I don't know, 25 years ago.
Yeah, you could have gotten in trouble just for those little crumbs.
Yeah.
If they wanted to. Now, everybody here has traveled and stuff.
Yep.
Did you guys ever go to Canada and deal with that crap?
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Going in?
Going into
Oh,
Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was with a band where bass player had some priors, and we stood at based off them just messing with him because of what he had. We waited an extra 2.5 hours at the border going in. They were just like everyone else checked out, but they were like, "Hold up, now we're gonna." And they searched our.
Did
bus.
they know you were an entertainer?
Yeah, they knew.
Okay.
They knew. You know, we were coming to do shows, and they were just like, "Hold up, you have something on your record that we are gonna just."
They're still like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just thinking about the tech. We were tested hard, right? Like, you were talking about the drug tests.
At one point, they used to test us 2 or 3 times a week.
Sometimes the next day.
The next day.
Sometimes the next day, just because they try to catch you, like, oh, we got tested, we can go out and have a joint or do whatever somebody wanted to do, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and then, like, so we get 2 times in a row.
Oh, they're dirty.
Yeah.
Did you ever,
Whoa.
before you go any further, did you ever have to pay a fine?
No, but I did pop dirty once or twice. Once for sure. And it was the least of their worries with me at the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I was eating a lot of pills.
Thank
I
you.
had a pill problem and stuff. And I was going to get help when I popped dirty. And
It was
so
the least of their
they,
worries.
yes. So they didn't even find me. And matter of fact, when I was in my first rehab, this is before the wellness policy, Bear. They paid for the whole rehab, and they paid me better while I was in rehab than they did while I was on the road.
No.
Yeah, I ain't even lying, man.
Wow.
You got no reason to lie about that.
Damn.
I had no worries, man.
How long were you in rehab?
That was like 28 days, like a little shy of 28 days.
And Vince put
That
you
was
in
the
it.
first one. I
You
did
checked
3 of them.
yourself in?
I mean, we
Basically.
all agreed that it was a good idea.
I don't know if Vince's relationship is like. What do you want to say, Iso? Do you want to say something?
No, it's
funny?
just like the way he said it. He's like, we all agreed it was a good idea, and I go.
Yeah.
I understand exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
But you remember the guy? He was the guy that administered. He oversaw the drug program. His name was Mauro Di
Yes,
Pasquale.
yes,
He was
yes.
a power lifter.
Yeah.
You know, and like he was also the guy that could somebody cheat on a test too. But he was cool. Like, he had his guidelines he had to follow, but he would tell us, like, if you asked him, he would say, yeah, you could get away with it if you, like, 3 days. And, like, so we would smoke at home and, like, you know, and then just to have, like, three days or so
You know,
before the first day of
What
back on the
were
road.
they really testing for? Like steroids? Or just
they were after everything.
Dude.
Were they checking you guys for steroids too?
No, the only
Everything.
thing that they weren't, like, coming down on us about for was pharmaceutical things, script, pain pills.
If you had a script, they
Xanax.
weren't on you.
Yeah, but man, they never asked me for a script for that stuff, Bear. Just being honest with you. Never.
I will say this, and you know how I smoked back then, and still do. If I
It was a
took,
tough test, though.
and remember we called them pecker checkers, because in case,
Fill the cup all the way to
Yeah.
the rim, like
because they didn't trust you, so a
Yeah.
dude would have to actually watch you pull your shit out
yeah.
and pee, and he'd watch to make. Am I lying?
No, man.
Okay,
It's
we called them pecker checkers.
How far though?
Like in your business.
No, but how far? Like from me
I mean,
and you
like,
distance?
no, like right fucking
He'll,
next to you.
like
be
this.
behind you.
No, he'd
No,
be right.
no, not behind
No,
you.
man, looking at your
No, he's looking at your shit.
What?
looking at your dick, man, and looking at the piss coming out of your piss.
Yeah, I mean, like really
Monitoring.
looking at you, like see the hole and shit. That's how close they can,
Damn.
they can see if you had hair on your balls.
Oh,
Crazy.
I got a good story about that too.
You know, Manscaped. I just found out about it. Something
Yeah.
cool. But
Not about the.
I'm not advertising that.
No,
but,
GF is like special code GF.
Yeah. Manscape.
So I would take I'd take the pee test, right?
Yeah.
And the dude would be like, dude, you know, you smell just like weed. And I'd be like, always smelled, my piss smelled like weed, right? Here's the kicker, and I'm not going to blame, and I'm just thankful. In all those years and all the drug tests that I took, I never was popped dirty, ever, not one time.
There's a chance that could happen, actually.
How? They didn't test my shit?
Yes, because they test random samples. They would see.
Well, they randomly weren't checking me.
Yeah, because remember back then times were tough, right, Bear?
Oh yes, fuck,
And
hell
so
yeah.
and so they had to have this drug policy and doing this testing. But how they would do it was they would test everyone, but they would so they would get samples from everyone, and then would randomly pick a few different people. Like I'm not sure how many.
Especially if they were picking.
But not everyone. Not everyone. Unless you failed once, then you would be on their radar and they might check you more. So there's a chance that you could have just always were lucky and skated by or were under the limit. Which probably not under the limit.
I was never under the limit.
Like you said, they liked you probably up there.
You know what I think it is?
I'm going to tell you what.
I was getting all of them high.
I'm going to tell you what you couldn't do was steroids at that point. I mean,
I don't know if I'm going to agree with that.
I don't remember.
I don't know if some people got passes. Like I might have been getting a pass on
yeah, but
weed.
But
I ain't even going to touch that. You know.
Yeah, but you weren't.
I wasn't a steroid guy. I was never a steroid.
You never mess with the steroids.
Back in the 80s, I was powerlifting and I tried some shit. I mean, I'm going like to 85, 86.
Well, let me tell you something. If you
they weren't joking about the gas though, man.
Yeah, they'd get you for the gas.
Damn right.
If you do steroids and work out and then you stop, are you still gonna stay like?
I have no idea. You're probably
you
gonna
have to
lose
keep
a little bit.
doing it. Like I don't know how it works.
So there was a few guys that looked the same before and after they started testing, and you were one of them.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, some guys there was a big difference in their physique. Bear wasn't one of them. He looked the same.
I was sloppy. Is what he's saying.
No, dude, he was
damn
crazy. 500-pound. I don't remember 500-pound bench.
Do you know what's
more than that?
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I was pretty strong.
Ooh-wee.
But the funniest thing is, we were talking earlier, and weren't you saying that you got thrown out of elementary school, junior high school, because of doing the XPac?
During the era where you guys were just doing the Generation X thing, it's like every kid in school, like if you're watching the Attitude Era, which is like at the time you didn't know that was going to be the best, like at least for people my age, like one of the best eras, you know, that people my age like right now, or like they missed a lot of wrestling, and it's like they let you guys do a lot, and that I guess it got translated, or the teachers took it as like you saying the same as like, hey, suck my dick. And that's what you would get sent to the office for. And I remember I was like, that's not what I said, dude.
Well, yeah, one of the most iconic moves everybody used to love doing to anybody. You know what I mean?
They still do it.
Absolutely.
I see it all the time in basketball, football. I still see it. Do you guys have a patent on that?
I don't know. It would be the company that did all that. I was never like that business savvy where I tried to copyright anything.
Right.
I was just too busy having a good time, right?
I'm right with you. I'm right with you.
Grateful to be in the middle of all that. It was crazy, man.
I always tell people we were living like rock stars.
Yeah.
And I mean, I used to tell people I don't make the same type of money, but you have like your Michael Jordan when you go places at one time, dude.
Yes.
It was crazy. It was crazy. You'd be attacked by people.
Yeah.
And it was so big at one time.
You think these new wrestlers are overpaid? And
bro, I wish guys could make as much money as they can.
Yeah, I don't think
they're under. I think they're underpaid.
they're
Like
underpaid
UFC
right now.
fighters.
It just got worse or it got better. You think?
I don't know.
The situation
Maybe you know.
with wrestlers. I don't know.
Is it pay better or worse when we were around?
Oh, it's better now.
Oh, there you go.
It's better.
Awesome.
Because, I mean, like the whole thing, the way the money's made is different now. It's all made on TV rights now, Bear. Yeah. Like live events. Remember, we used to get paid off of live events and pay-per-view, 80%, right? Of our money would come from that.
You remember what we used to get paid at TV?
$1.50 or what was it?
Did you know that? You hear something weird? If you weren't
guys
in
that we were beating, like
Yeah.
the enhancement guys.
I don't know how they worked that over on us, but they did.
Yeah.
But
Because it
for
was an
TV,
opportunity. They were giving us that opportunity to.
even if you wrestled twice on TV on 2 different shows, you only made $200.
What the fuck?
You only made money if you were in what was called a dark match, and those are like Undertaker against Ultimate Warrior or something. They're matches that aren't seen on TV, but they have so many dark matches that are advertised. You don't see them on TV.
But you remember when it changed?
No, I don't remember when it changed.
Yeah, come on. In the Attitude Era, when they stopped running us to death on all the house show runs, and then they the main shows would be the Raw and the paper. So they actually started paying us house shows on the TVs. Like if you,
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you they did for you too. Come on.
You were with Hunter. I
Dude,
was.
I remember you probably weren't paying attention because
I probably wasn't.
I remember this guy telling me, "Oh yeah, I've got 3 or 4 merchandise checks just sitting in the top drawer back at the house in the kitchen."
I miss those days.
You remember that?
I miss those days. We were talking about Big Worm earlier. You guys, most of you guys know Big Worm.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you guys all know Big
Oh
Worm?
yeah, man. They
Yeah.
all
Oh,
know.
yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Worm is cool.
Towards the end.
He used to tell me, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. He used to tell me, you know what? You're going to miss them checks on Mondays one day. And I'm like, I'm all right. But he's right, man. I miss those Monday checks. What were we going to say, E?
nice.
I'm sorry.
No,
Didn't mean
I
to cut
just
you off.
said yeah. I said I even got a chance to meet him towards the end of his life. Because he came in here old, Big Worm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man.
Cool dude.
He used to supply us with good. It used to be hard to
I
get
never
good
seen
weed.
it. I never seen it like that until I met him. It was
Uh,
always, the stuff in the brick or just the dirt.
There was was it Dave Hepner used to hang out payroll, right? The advances.
The
God
draw,
rest.
get your draw.
Once again, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And isn't that crazy? Everybody, you would get a $200 draw unless
Was
you were.
it 3?
It was either
I
2 or
think it was
3. It
3.
might have been $300
Yeah.
draw.
You better get it too.
And when
Wait for your
we came
check,
to
I might not
LA,
need that.
when we came to LA, David used to say, "I don't know why you're taking this money. You should just give it to Freddie because all you motherfuckers are buying weed from him anyway." It was hard to get good weed back then. Was it in the entertainment business back in the early '90s? Was it hard to get weed? Good weed?
Hell yeah.
I mean, not over here though.
Yeah,
Not here. You
West
got to take
Coast, yeah.
LA, California out of it.
Yeah.
Say you're in New York.
I was on
in the
East Coast.
90s.
Yeah, it was definitely hard. You definitely had to know people.
Yeah.
I remember the first
Do you remember how much it cost for an ounce?
$500.
I thought it was 4, but it was either 4 or 5.
It was $125 a quarter.
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
In the 90s.
And people were selling 8s for
$60.
You could get Coke for cheaper than
Yeah,
that.
an 8-ball
Damn.
was cheaper.
Yeah.
Hey, how would you guys would you guys wait till you got to the city to get weed, or would you bring how would you go about finding weed as you guys were on a run of doing different gigs?
In my case, you knew somebody in every town. And
Yeah, people kind of knew.
I mean,
that,
you knew.
people would just go, they would bring it just because
Yeah.
they knew you were one of
It was
Knew
easy
the
to
one-
find.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
It was real easy to
And
find.
if it was really good, you kept dude's number. You're like, I'm calling you. I'm
Yeah.
coming back in the right.
It would be like, Sean kid calling me saying, "Hey, Bear, I got a dude coming by, man. He's got some good shit. I'll be right there." It was kind of like that.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, so one time I was in Chicago and we were staying at Rosemont something,
Yes.
and there was a guy in the guy was a cop, but he was a big wrestling fan, and he got my attention and he started talking to me, and finally I said, "Do you know where I can get any weed?" And he goes, "I'm a cop." I'm like, "I know," and he goes, "Yeah, go in there and talk to this guy. He's the bell the bell captain over here," and he told me exactly where to get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Damn, that's a trip, man.
That wasn't fun. It was a true story.
Yep.
Man. It's cool to run across cool people
We
like
used to
that.
sit at
man.
the Rainbow way before it was legal.
I remember. Oh man. Is the Rainbow still happening?
Yeah.
Is this still a happening
Yeah.
spot?
I mean, it's changed a bit. Things have changed about it. It went man, I didn't go there for 15 years, and I came back 6 years ago, and it was the same. But now it's changed over like
In
the
the
pandemic.
in the early 90s.
Mario died.
Yeah, when yeah.
Yeah.
In the early 90s, guess who one of his best friends was Big Worm Freddie.
Yeah.
He was one of Mario's best friends.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's why Freddie got away with what he did there. But you remember we used to, I mean, this is early 90s, bro, and we were sitting on the outside playing dominoes, smoking weed. Right on. I know they do that probably now, like it's nothing. But
Yeah, it's more like a trendy spot now. Like it's not, it doesn't have that like, before you're like, what's going on over there? It's like now it's like people like rush over there.
it used to be like the whiskey and all those type of places, man. It was. I remember seeing Frank Zito. What the hell's that? Chuck Zito, excuse me. I remember him knocking a motherfucker out. He had a Corvette, and somebody got lippy with him, and he just laced this motherfucker, knocked him out. Nobody said shit, got in his Corvette, and drove away. It was like a 70, it was an older Corvette, but I just remember saying, that's some of the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. Bro just laid him out.
Hell yeah.
Wow. That's just crazy, man.
It's like before anybody could have just been like, "Yep, that was Chuck Zito, knocked this dude out." Yeah. Because like now that charge would have followed him.
The cool thing, there was no phones back then.
That's what I'm saying. That charge like something like that today, man. You got to think about that shit 4 or 5 times.
Smack people up easy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You used to be able to because it's like I didn't do that. Go ahead, let me see the film.
Exactly.
Is it too late? I'm running my mouth.
Hey,
Time's
it's okay
going
to
on.
cuss now, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got to get everybody to smash that like button. It's not too late. You got to double smash it because I'm a little slow in my lacking here. But subscribe, press, do all the notification bells, man. Do it all, but please hit that smash and like button, man. Show people show us we love you and you love us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What else is going on with you, kid?
Man, I'm married now, Bear.
I didn't know
I
that.
got married a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
I'm also a grandfather now, man. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Whoa. My grandson's a month and like he's five or 6 weeks old now.
Oh, congrats. How's that feel?
It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm finally ready for it. Like if that would have happened a few years ago before I got my shit together,
Right.
it would have been,
Dude, I'm glad to see you
might as well not have a grandfather.
I'm glad to see you got your shit together,
I did,
bro,
man.
'cause we were all fucked up back in the day. All of us were fucked up.
I thought I crossed the Rubicon for a while there. Like there was no point of no return. But luckily, man, like I didn't give up, man. So and this is a huge part of it.
Hell yeah.
Like I consider myself in recovery. Like I'm not sober, like obviously, because sometimes I get high. Sometimes I just have a couple of puffs, man, and just to level me off or eat some tablet, 20 milligram tablet or something. But I don't like I was bad on opioid, meth. I was shooting it up, man.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
man.
bad.
Whoa.
It was as bad as you can imagine. And
Whoa.
I'm able to, not do anything. I don't crave. A lot of people that are like in AA and all that, and I'm not against AA. It just wasn't for me. But they walk around like white knuckling it, man, always on the edge. If they don't go to a meeting, they're going to have a drink or use a drug. I don't feel that way. I just feel like a normal person again, Bear, that likes to smoke a little weed sometimes.
Bro, I love
I didn't think it was possible to get to this point.
I'm glad you are.
Wow.
It just shows you it can be done. Callie, I mean, I don't know everybody else's story, but Callie had the same type of situation.
Yeah.
Man.
I
And
mean, that's just growth, man. That's what it does to you, man. You just
I had to get around
live and learn,
and
man.
putting yourself around the right people too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That was like honestly one of the number one ways.
The environment you had before.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't. Like, if it's a self-destructive habit, and
Yeah.
certain friends that come with certain habits.
Ooh-wee, man, that was bad. Whew. Anyways, but yeah, that's been a while now, quite a while.
We survived it. Road Dog's another one. Look at
Yeah.
him. How long's it been? He's been
me?
sober for like
him?
20 years.
Yeah, sober,
Damn.
like ain't touched a damn thing.
And
I
people
don't know if
believe
it's
me,
20
man.
years, but it's been a long time.
I have smoked so much weed with you and Road Dog and that. I mean, people like us. I mean,
Yeah.
we were telling stories earlier that were just funny about us smoking, but it's been a savior for me, man. I mean, I
Brian
still.
was talking about the Snoop thing on his show.
What?
Yeah, Brian, Road Dogg.
You wanna
He
tell
had-
that story?
He had a podcast before he.
Do you want? I mean, you want to tell that story real quick?
Well, it was.
I'll just ask you. If you don't, I'll
Yeah,
tell it.
yeah,
It
please.
being in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right, so we're filming TV in Chicago at the Rosemont, I think it's called. Snoop Dogg's coming in. This is the first time I met Snoop Dogg. I'm like, oh shit, I'm excited to meet him. And so they come to me. Michael Cole comes to me and he goes, hey man, and I wasn't even involved with what he was doing. He was there looking for the puppies. Remember,
Yeah.
Deborah
Yeah.
had the
Deborah.
puppies,
Yeah.
and the puppies were supposed to be titties, but puppies. So Snoop Dogg was there looking for the puppies, and I wasn't even involved. Michael Cole came to me and says, hey, Snoop's in a really bad mood. He don't feel good. He don't want to do shit. He goes, you got any weed? And I'm like, fuck, I don't have any.
There was a girl with him that had
Yes.
weed.
No, I went to either you or Road Dogg. It was either you or Road Dogg. I'm like, you got any weed? And you guys
we
said
did.
yes.
Yeah.
So we all went to his room, and I think we smoked some blunts. It was, I'll tell on people, it was me, you, Road
Everyone
Dogg,
in the room is already.
Midian,
Yeah.
somebody else, Hogman maybe, or I know Midian was in there.
It was
Now
Midian.
you guys got to, like, we're in the back in the locker room. Here's Vince McMahon's office. Here's Shane's office. The governor, Jesse.
Brand new governor of Minnesota,
Jesse Ventura's there,
pulls up.
right? There
He
are-
walks in and he smells and he goes, smells good. Like legit. That's exactly what he said.
And so we're in this room just blazing. We're blazing. Snoop's getting in a better mood.
And it's coming through the bottom of the. Don't mean to interject.
And this is TV. No, go ahead. This is TV. Like
Yeah.
everybody's there. Everybody. It's TV taping.
It's coming through the bottom. So Marissa McMahon, Shane's wife, comes and knocks on the door. God, it stinks like hell out here. And so I give her a can of Ozium, and she just stands outside the whole time and just keeps spraying the hallway. And I mean,
This is what I remember. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it came to the point that we had to walk out the room, and people were like, "Oh, we don't want to go out there." Vince is that, and I was like, "Shit,
Gotta
I'll
be
walk out
sometime.
there, man. I'll walk out there." Soon as I open the door, there's Jesse, there's Vince, there's Linda, there's Tom Pritchard. They're all looking at me. And it's like a Cheech and Chong movie. The smoke's coming out of the room, and I go, "Hey, don't look at me. Y'all the ones invited Snoop Dogg."
yeah.
And I walked on, and I don't know when you guys came out, but I
behind
never heard, except later from Bruce Pritchard about it, I never heard one thing about it.
Well done.
That's how cool they were with me.
Did anybody
cool.
hear anything about it though?
I don't know. He was in the room.
No one.
No.
No. It was
so
never
they-
talked about.
I guess that makes sense. What you said, had an impact, dude. That they probably had to put. You don't invite Snoop Dogg. It's like inviting B-Real and be like, "Hey, dude, it's you can't smoke." It's like just don't tell him.
But that's with me. There was just so many situations like that. It's funny to hear stories with people like you or D-Lo or wrestlers like that. It always involves smoking, and I'm actually proud of that because most of them don't involve drinking. And even though I say I don't drink, I know I'll drink a little bit. But man, I used to drink, bro.
Yeah.
We
I
all-
mean, whatever you might have, like here and there, like that doesn't really count compared to.
No, I used to drink
Yeah,
like
20. Remember, like 25 shot, 30
Yes.
shots a night. Like I would drink that much too. Like I would, after I'd take a shot once in a while. I don't know if y'all ever saw me. Sometimes I'd have to
Yeah, I saw
throw
you.
up on the
I seen you.
floor, man, and then keep going, pretend like it didn't happen.
You-
Taker caught me doing it one time.
Okay, I was gonna
Throwing
say
up
you don't probably remember.
in Lookers.
You probably don't. Yeah, in New Jersey. Yeah, I know all about look.
While in the ring,
no,
at night.
Out after the.
You don't remember this, but I bet you me and Undertaker,
Yeah.
put you to bed at least 5-6 times.
Really?
Took you to your room and put you to bed.
Wow.
man, that's some.
And you're telling us, "I love you guys, man," but
Yeah,
you
I
know.
can imagine.
And Taker's like,
I
"Come
was-
on, let's get his key. Let's get him to his room." Yeah, that's
I
Taker looking
appreciate
at
it.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah,
hang,
man.
trying to hang with
Appreciate
the Undertaker.
No, I was 20 when
Know
I
what's gonna
first came
happen.
there. Man, that's
Yeah, he
still
was a kid, man.
It's like these guys had to it was like not that y'all had to babysit because I was a father already at the time, but kind of, man. It was like they were raising a kid in the locker room, and like they didn't ask for that.
I don't know where you came before that, where you wrestled at, but how long were you in the business
Dallas,
before you came
like
to New
5
York?
years.
Was it a shock to see people like? Was it a shock to you, or were you already?
No, but like some should I call it debauchery? Was a little bit eye opening.
He's still
But
cool.
it was important for me to fit in, so I just jumped right in.
Yes, you did. And you had a good crew. You had a good
I
crew
was
of
very
guys
safe,
watching your
yeah.
back.
Yes, very.
You know.
Are you still friends with Taker?
I hope so. I love that guy.
Of course,
Yeah.
Taker loves you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we've been through a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that guy. I mean, he like, man, when things were tough, and we really needed him. Like nowadays, you would never be able to get away with doing this, man. He had broken ribs and a crushed orbital socket.
Yes.
He's still on the road, like in the ring every night because we needed a main event to draw, right?
I can't tell you. I always kept my mouth shut about him, but I used to tell him, dude, you're one of the toughest son of bitches I know.
Unbelievable.
To be able, they used to have to work on him for like an hour just to get him to the ring because he didn't want to let people down.
Real?
Remember the doctor? I can't think of his name. Pasquale, the adjuster.
Oh, doctor. Oh, you mean Francois Petit?
Francois.
Yeah.
He used to go on the road and work on Taker just to get him to the ring.
Whoa.
Am I lying? I mean, just to get him to the ring and then he'd put on a hell of a show.
And that was like right like when I first got there, like not long after that. Like he started like being like that and people like I don't know if it was behind his back or like I don't know if he knew, but a lot of people were thinking, man, Taker only has a few years left.
And look.
And man, he outlasted everybody. Everybody. It was crazy.
People have no idea how much he loves the business and wants the business to keep growing and stuff. You know, he's a good dude.
Amazing. Yeah.
He's a good dude. I have a hard time looking at you, and I'm not going to stir up nothing, but because you're married now. But I just remember that night in Montreal. I'm just going
I
to.
barely remember it, honestly.
I don't want to get you in no trouble, but I don't know how to even talk about it without getting you in trouble. But
Yeah. I used to, it was crazy back then.
it was crazy back then.
Yeah. And I was married back then too, Bear. So
But you
I'm
weren't
not
married
real
to the
proud of-
person that
No,
you're
no.
married, and we were different people back then. But back then, me and Undertaker used to stay in the same room every night. You get, I don't know why we did, but we did. Not like in the same bed. So don't even start that shit.
Settle down.
That's where the juice was at.
We'd always. I'm not even gonna get into that, but it would be like just
You were barely in the room anyways, man, for a couple hours,
and then,
right?
And then we'd do things like tonight it's your night to bring a girl home, and tomorrow it's your night. It was kind of shit like that. But one night we come to our room and we just happened to find my man here in my bed. I'm just gonna say that. And I just remember that like it was in Montreal, like it was.
Wasn't in your bed too long there.
Actually, you weren't. I do think I grabbed a hold of you and threw you out of my bed. I don't remember.
What do you mean?
I was in his bed, man. I don't know.
Let him. If he wants to elaborate, I'll let him. He's married. So.
I don't like. It's foggy. It's all foggy to me.
She is married too.
But I just remember that now that you brought it up, and like, man, somebody's having sex in your bed that you got to sleep in. It's like
I still want to know how the hell you got in my room.
I don't know, man.
We come in the room, right? We come.
But we were all out.
Suite.
We were all out because Montreal.
It was Montreal
one of those towns where we always went out.
Woo, Montreal Gold Club.
Gold Club. We went to this little hole in the wall right by the airport, by our hotel called Chez Francis.
That's
It was a teeny little place, but they had a good steak dinner, and like they knew us there. And
I remember it.
yeah,
But the girl spoke French.
yeah.
That's a turn on itself. They
Yes.
spoke French. And you'd bring all these French. Anyway, yeah. We walk in our room, and this one's in my bed with one of them.
I'm not proud of it.
French rose.
I mean, amazing that yes, how'd you even get in my room?
Yeah,
like,
because we used to be like, a lot of guys would be on the same floor. Like, I don't know, man. I think you might have had your door open.
probably did, man. We were family, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like that anymore because it's such a business now with social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But back then, even though I didn't like you, if there was a fight in a bar,
For
I
sure.
had your back.
Yeah.
And I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
talk about, I should let him get
I don't know. You
past
remember one time we were in Moncton up in like
I
Nova Scotia?
Tell that story,
And
please.
we used to all go to this place called Ziggy's. It was the place to go. It was the one place to go on a Friday or Saturday night in Moncton. It was a great. I like for a small little town. It was a fun town. We always had fun there. But like a lot of the local guys weren't fans because we'd go into the club and all the women would be, we would get their attention.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you and Yoke and,
Taker, Rikishi.
Yeah, but y'all were in like a big old ass black Cadillac or a Lincoln. And like, it was like some of us, me, Scott, Kev, and some other guys. And there was a bunch of them. And we were kind of all squared off on the outside the club. And next thing you know, man, this big ass black sedan pulls up. These guys all pull up, like Jokes in like a black suit.
Yep.
And they're like, "What's up?" Everyone just piled back
We were
inside.
playing dominoes or doing something, eating, or we weren't far away, and somebody got a hold of us and said, "Hey, the clubs get ready to jump on your boys." Like, who? When they told us who it was, it's like they're getting ready to jump on them, and they're way outnumbered.
Yeah, I didn't know that part of the
Yeah,
story,
and so
but
we all
I just
jumped.
remember y'all
I
pulling
think we
up.
were coming there anyway, but we were like eating something. So we all rose up and we drove to where you guys were. And I think they show a little picture of that. But yeah, we're like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go, But that's because we had, and people have friction between DX and the Nation of Domination and all that. And I'm like, there was no
man,
friction, bro.
I
We
never
were all
felt
friends.
like there was any.
The people have built that
Yeah,
up.
because there was the Click and BSK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was friends with you guys.
Yeah.
All of you.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We all had a good time together.
Okay. Should we do some submissions?
I was gonna say first, Ezone, you want to talk about the new Funky drop?
Yeah, the new Funky Field Tip drops tomorrow at 4:20. It's called the Blue Opal at 4:20 p.m. on the Funky Field Tip site. It is a nice deep blue opal crush on there. So make sure you guys once you guys get it and you put it in the sunlight, the pictures come out crazy because I know some of you guys get photogenic. But yeah, it will be available in the size regular and extra large as well for all you guys that want to add more to the collection. Friday at 4:20. Make sure you guys check it out. You forgot yours yesterday, Jim.
Huh?
Yeah, dude.
You forgot yours.
Oh, I got 2 of them now. I love it. I'll make sure I take them home.
Awesome.
I got caught into reading this.
9 shots.
What?
What you say? 9 shots you had last night?
I don't know, man. What do you think that shot glass holds? 2?
3.
I
think it holds three?
counted 12 shots because you did 3 and 3 and then 11 shots.
But I did 2.
You did 2 of the big skulls and then before that you did 2 regular ones.
But here's the problem. Well, I don't know what you mean by before, but before the show started,
Yeah,
I did 2.
that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
2 big skulls.
Tuesday was lit too.
I'm not doing that no more. I'm telling you.
It's been kind of lit up in here.
I've only had a couple shots tonight. I'm doing. I really don't want to drink. I'd rather just smoke. But like my wife says, I'm that guy that once you have a couple shots, I'm that shot.
Yeah.
Everybody do shots. It's 2 shots.
That's one of the reasons why I don't drink is because once I've had a few, like, some kind of other stupid thing, sound like a good idea, like scoring an 8-ball or some shit like that,
You're right.
Never when I'm smoking a joint, man. I never go, boy, an 8-ball sounds good. Like, it's never happened.
Yep.
Jack Daniels, man.
Not that always, when I got drunk, always,
Why did we gargle
somebody,
it?
you never know.
Do you ever remember gargling?
It
Was that a
this
Kurt
thing-
Hennig thing?
Yes, it was. Yes, and it was to make sure you didn't pour the shot over your shoulder.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a rib.
No.
They used to make you gargle it, guys. You would-
Gargle to Jack.
when you had a shot of Jack,
Yeah.
you'd have to take the shot and then physically gargle it before you drink it.
What the fuck?
And then it became
Because some people would dump it over their shoulder, instead of drinking it.
because we drink a lot, and you'd have to
That's
gargle.
the
it.
ring.
You ever been a part of the Diet Coke and water fake Jack Daniel's shot gimmick?
What? That's like
yeah,
apple
like
juice.
to fuck with
Like that.
So I remember one time I'm with Scott, and I think I remember it happening a few times. Maybe Kurt might have been in on it one time. And the guy was being a dick at the bar. Oh, I could out drink you guys. La, la, la. So Scott would tell the bartender.
I've heard this. I've heard the story.
Yeah, Scott would tell the bartender, okay, when it's their turn, like to buy the shot, you like give them the shot, and we get the Diet Coke and water, and it looked the exact same. And by the time we would be just drinking Diet Coke and water the whole time, and this fucking guy,
Bury the dude.
yeah, he'd be done.
Unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to play that game. I would still drink the Jack because you guys were smarter than me.
It wasn't my idea.
Dude, I just Jack Daniels was the drink. It's not the best whiskey,
Jack
but
and
you know what
Coke.
Jack is good for? Putting in Coke.
Yes.
Single barrel. I mean, there's so much better Jack out there than Black Jack. But that's
Yeah.
just for some reason,
It was just the one.
it was the one.
Dude, I just always remember like Michael Anthony from Van Halen had a bass that was a bottle of Jack.
Yes.
And then I always saw like Jimmy Page with a bottle of Jack drinking backstage, or Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. So it was the most rock and roll thing in the world to do, to get a Jack and Coke. Like, oh, you know what? Yeah, let's go. And
Was that your drink back then, too?
Oh, yeah. But then it moved to Crown and Coke. But Jack and Coke for a
Much
long
better.
time.
Crowns are much better.
Yeah.
How about you, Les? Was it Jack and Coke?
Yeah, why not?
Well, even why not?
But you got some Jameson right
I
there.
never had a problem with drinks. Like it, you know, I'm pretty cool.
Were you a fan of Jack?
Yeah, I had my time. where
Yeah.
it was Jack. You know, Jack Danny.
Bro.
Did you, E-Zone, did you go through the Jack phase?
I didn't go through a Jack phase. These guys got to see me go through my whole Hennessy phase. Where
Yeah,
I can literally.
That's what
polish
you
off-
drink at the club. You drink.
Remember, I
Hennessy.
dude, I would.
No.
Yeah.
Were you a Hypnotic and Hennessy guy?
No, just straight Hennessy.
Yeah, he's not.
Like, and then
those
Yeah.
blackouts.
if there was chicks there, we would just. That was the only time we would be like, you know what? Let's get the pineapple juice. But like, yeah, if you're just drinking the Hennessy, that's on the rocks.
Dude.
Remember, it got to a point where I could polish off a bottle like on a Thursday night when I did my show,
Hell yeah.
and be like, oh, I cannot.
Bro, you went through bottles at Cheetahs.
Yeah,
I mean, bottles.
Yeah, dude.
it was
He,
Henny.
Henny.
Hennessy.
Any.
Staying there till the sun came up.
I became a tequila person for
That's
a
what
while.
Henny does.
That was fun.
I was a Patron Silver or like Don Julio Blanco or some shit like that.
Yep.
I can't do the tequila.
Oh,
At
man.
this
Yeah,
point,
It was
can't do
smoother
the
than the
tequila.
Jack, man.
Yeah, it was.
I won't last if
the
I
white
do
tequila's pretty good.
Yeah.
The clear stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the clear stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
I
brown
like
stuff.
that Cuervo Gold. Not a fan.
Can't hurt.
It became water after a while, just like shot.
So just about everybody's been through the Jack phase. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now I would say now I'm more of a whiskey person, but it's like I have like I have my certain brands. Like I like drinking Jefferson's a lot. That's like one of my favorite. But,
Right.
But I'll be looking for like their Sea Voyage bottles, just because like it's just, I don't know. It's not that it's
Yo.
stronger, but like this like when you up the quality, it's like when you get that 4-barrel Jack. That Jack or that Undertaker Jack, those Jacks taste different than just
Yeah, it does
yeah.
taste different.
It's a little bit more smooth.
Undertaker, if you're watching the show, you can send me another case. We'd appreciate it.
Bring it.
Wow.
I know I heard your wife tell me that you had like cases
Plural.
of it in your garage, and your wife said she'd like to get those cases out of your garage. That's what she told me. So, I mean, you can send them right here. You can send them to my house here, but we can get it done.
I'll take one.
There was good stuff, though, wasn't it?
It was.
It didn't even taste like Jack.
No. That little bottle that they had its little chain that said "Dead Man Inc."
Did anybody get that little chain?
I have it. Yeah, I have that little chain.
You gotta get that signed one day. We gotta get it signed.
Dude, I have it right there next to this motorcycle toy figure I have of his.
That would be hard to get because you'd have to get it from him because they don't sell it. It was just given to him. He did an appearance, and like he got to pick out an aged barrel,
Wow.
and then they bottled up that barrel and gave it to him and marked that on there. So he's the only person that can give it to you.
That's like the best way to do it, especially if you wanted to make something exclusive through like a big brand, like such as like Jack Daniels. You have to do it exclusive, like something that's almost gifted, where it becomes like, you know how like trading cards, like if there's an error in one of them, it becomes 10 times more valuable.
yeah.
Yeah, like a defect or something.
Yeah.
Stamp
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like it'll be the same thing, the same effect, where it's like, hey, that's a certain bottle. Like you got one of those mint condition, you go to a wrestling convention, there's gonna be bids and fights.
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah.
like there's gonna be bids and fights there, bro.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
record.
let me ask you something. Do you get a lot of fans like with toys and stuff that want to get autographed?
Incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah, we were at this convention and Bear was there too. And I got a couple of action figures out at the same time.
Nice.
And so people have a bunch, like like he had a couple of them. He had the one, the DX Invasion one with the army helmet and shit.
This one.
Yeah, that one and an NWO one. So man,
Crazy.
Look at that, dude. That's sick.
tons.
Yeah, I got these two right here.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Oh, sick.
Kid, do you have a lot of your action figures?
I do have a couple of most of them. My very first one I don't have anymore. I gave it away because, dude, you know how much that thing cost? Outside the package, it's $1,000.
Oh yeah, I bet.
yeah,
I bet. That's
amazing,
$1,000.
dude.
It's like
That market's just
Hey, have you got
gone
any
crazy right now.
extras?
I gave it to my
Passwords.
producer of my podcast. He worked hard for me, and he's a
Dude,
big
some of
action
these,
figure guy. So I gave I was just sitting there. I wasn't doing nothing with it. But I do have. What about you?
I have 16. Believe it or not, I have 16. Some of them are
Figures?
the same but been repackaged. Yes, 16.
That's amazing.
And they
you
just
have them all like one, like you keep one of each of yourself.
I have one of each.
Okay,
That's
that's
dope.
See,
I-
that's
yeah.
what I would do.
Yeah.
I kept one of each, and
Do you have stuff up in your house, like pictures up from?
I had in my studio up until like last week. My wife talked me into putting all my action figures up.
Yeah.
But I got tired of them being up there, so I took them down.
Did you?
But that's why I know I have 16.
Wow.
And is that crazy?
So you get tired of seeing your action figure.
I don't know. It's kind of cool at
Bro,
first.
that is like the coolest thing you could ever have. Bro,
Dude.
as an
It's-
entertainer.
What an amazing wall that
like,
is.
you know, if like NECA ever made like a Dr. Greenthumb figure, by the way, you can thank me if you steal this
There
idea,
should be
NECA.
one.
Like that's
Yeah.
like the figure from the music video, they can make it so detailed. Like I would buy like a grip of them like I did with all the Funko ones and get them signed.
Yeah, man.
Not like
It'd be
that one
sick.
dude who showed up here with, with like a billion of them.
Is there a Godfather Funko yet?
no.
There needs to be one.
Yep.
Or a Papa Shango. I don't know what's up with
So
that. Somebody
hey,
hating on
were
me.
you guys?
Hey,
Did you
I can
guys
make
get
that
exposed to
happen.
the Papa Shango era?
People's
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
That was scary, bro. That's
I loved
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
It's-
I was a big fan of that.
I hated it. Didn't hate it. It was hard for me.
I bet. And like you were doing stuff that like was pushing the envelope. It was groundbreaking stuff,
Yeah.
right? And like some people were like, but
Yeah,
Oh, they
I-
hated on me, bro.
you know,
The
I
older
loved it
wrestlers?
when all that green slime came out of like Ultimate Warrior and stuff. Like that didn't bother me at all. I thought it was fucking
does
great.
Does Funko have
Look at Papa.
wrestlers?
Yeah, they do. I currently have like some of the special edition, like the special edition Razor Ramon. They have like all the different Mankind's, the Dude Love. So there's a couple of those. The Rock has like a fucking billion of them, bro. Like it's like I can't even keep up with the ones. At that point, I just buy the ones that I like.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like you got to pick and choose what you want. And then some of them, like you're not gonna keep, and you're just keeping them just because like this is a limited release. You didn't probably like nobody wants the yellow one, so let's sell it, because it's like a special edition. But it's a big game, bro. It's like athlete ones are
real.
it's a really big game. That's why even like at meet and greets, they tell you like I'm pretty sure you could like somebody can't just go in there and be like, hey, I have like 100 of these. It's like they tell you one per person, right? Like a majority of the time.
To sign
Yeah, like
to
when you
sign
do these
it?
conventions.
I'll sign, but there's a different price for to
Yeah.
sign a bunch of them.
Yeah, like okay, so there's obviously like you pay more, you pay to play. What do
course,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
You gotta hit them in the head, B. Why not?
I just got tired. Not tired. It's so cool. It's humbling to look up and say, wow, I got all these action figures. But after a while, I kind of feel a little full of yourself. And I'm like, I'm tired. That's time to take them down.
It takes playing with yourself to a new level.
Do you have your Hall of Fame thing up though?
Which my plaque?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
No. I used
Really?
to. I think that's cooler than the
man,
ring.
It is.
I think
Cool.
the plaque's
All of it's
way
cool.
cooler than the ring.
Damn, dude, that's so cool. 16.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never made like one of you, but like the hose included. You know what I mean?
No, they never
Like,
did that.
That would have been like
Right?
The deluxe. It's like
Damn,
you in the
that's-
middle.
Well, which ones would
Hose.
you choose? Like there were so many of them.
They could have, to make it fair, they would have just done like a unity hose. They would.
I don't even know if you can count out. Like it would be hard to count how many there were.
Wasn't it cool, though?
Yeah, I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
Wasn't it cool to be during the whole Godfather era? Wasn't it cool to come to the building and the first thing a lot of guys would do would go to the room that said Godfather's hose? And it was so cool because you're on the road, sweating all that shit you have to put up with on the road,
Yeah.
travel, problems, appearances, to get to the building where you've been seeing these guys every day, and all of a sudden there's 8 hoes there. and they're dressed like they're hoes. So
What was it? What was in their green
Wrestling
room?
home.
huh?
What was the stuff that was in their green room?
Like
Their dressing room. Like what was it? Like just like whole.
They like to wrestle.
Hoes got to eat too.
I don't remember, man. I would tell them because at TV especially, you might not go on until 9, 10 o'clock at night, and they'd be there 1 in the afternoon.
Oh,
so I would tell them, go out if you drink, whatever you look at that.
drink,
That's
don't.
Lita there. Believe it or not, that's Lita on my
Yeah,
right.
that is.
Did you know Lita once was one of my girls?
I wasn't aware, but I was just with her. We were doing one of those most wanted treasures things for A&E last week, or was it? Yeah, it was last week.
I don't think it's one of her proudest moments.
Probably not.
And so
Considering like what her aspirations were and
Yes.
what she became, yeah, I can imagine.
she did my wife a favor that night. The hoes were just ugly. And my wife asked her if she would do it one time, and she did it.
Man, and that sounds like.
And you know my wife, Denise.
yeah,
You know her.
she's. Do y'all know Denise?
Yes.
Yes.
She's great.
She's
Very
rad.
nice.
Super
Yeah.
rad.
Obviously, man, you're still with her after 30 years.
Well, she talked her
Hell
into
yeah.
doing it. Out of respect to her, when I see her at any of these conventions and stuff, I don't go nowhere around her because as soon as I do, they'll be like, "Oh, Lita, there's your pimp," that type of stuff.
that's
So out of
what's up.
respect to her, I was Victoria. Victoria was at this last
there was a
signing,
few,
and
yeah.
I put her through a table.
Hey,
Did
pull
you
that
ever
up.
see that? I don't know if you can.
Do you know they asked Molly Holly to be one?
Pimp slap.
But when did before she was actually like in, as Molly?
I think I heard a clip of one of your shows, and that they're like, "Well, you can, you'd have
And
to
if you
explain."
really know
but-
her, she's like hard, like very pure. Like I couldn't even believe she was in wrestling because she was such a pure, like Christian girl. Like it was crazy how like different she was from everybody else. Like in a good way, I thought, man. But like,
But
she just
back
sometimes I
then-
was like couldn't figure out how she fit in.
Back then, there wasn't a lot of girls that could actually work.
She could, yeah.
They were divas, but like Lita could work. She could work.
yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like JR's like, "Well, I don't got anything, but a lot of the girls like to go out and be one of the Godfather's hoes."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh no, I can't do that."
Yeah. She would have had some.
But could you guys imagine, man, coming to work and there's just 8 fine ass girls that are wrestling fans, that are strippers.
It sounds like being a DJ.
Yeah, and there was a lot of
Yeah.
like I don't remember ever really like gravitating towards the to that room per se, but like seemed like a sanctuary or something. Yeah.
I think it was good. The boys, Jack Lanza was the best. He was the best.
Jack Danny.
Now, should we do some submissions? Everybody's you got to show
Nah,
the brawl for all picture. Look at
Well,
that.
we could do some submissions.
Is
Let's
it,
do some. I mean, everybody looks like they want some. They're trying to get me to do submissions.
I think we can keep on moving with the show. I think we're pretty
it's
good.
not
We'll
tough.
only have like 5 minutes of submissions
yeah,
anyways.
you might as well just like go when they have the super chats and just go into that.
I was gonna say this is from the Brawl for All.
Yeah.
Oh, the brawl for
Look at
all.
him, high as fuck.
Oh,
And that's
my
when you got
shit.
hurt that you were saying.
That's-
That's
I don't know if it was that one or not,
That's the Jack Danny right there walking.
dude. I wish I would have took that more serious. And like that was when earlier I was saying that the first person I fought was Dan Severin, and
Was
Brad.
that like before they changed? Because remember they were changing the rules as they went on that
Yeah.
thing for a while there. Because Blackman was taking everyone down.
It was boring.
And, yeah, well,
Yeah, but you know what? That's what made it exciting. Being
Oh, look at that. That's the guy that got me.
what
And
made-
so I go
it
through
was
Severin.
incredible what a
My second time I fought Too Cold, I win that one. Now, Bart, the guy that I fought, Bart has knocked out like 3 people, knocked him out cold. Now, you would think that that would trigger something in my stupid ass mind that maybe I should take this serious and get in the gym and train. But no, I don't. And so the day before, and I don't blame nothing on weed because I've been smoking weed heavily for a long time. Weed got me there. But I mean, literally, I'm smoking weed before I fight this dude. He's knocked out 3, 4 people. My problem is when we went in, he's like, "Hey, man, whatever happens, we're gonna be friends afterwards." I'm like, "Yeah, when I knock your ass out, we'll still be friends, right?" Well, he caught me, and he caught me good, man. And it's just, I wish I was more. I think if I would have been more serious about it, maybe trained and did some stuff, I would have did better. But yeah, man, he caught me. That's when I fought Dan Severn.
Hey, man, the fact that you made it past Scorpio, like he was a boxer. Too,
Oh yeah.
man.
Not one of the best things in wrestling.
It was. I hated it, man. To be honest with you, I hated the whole idea of it, man.
It
just
ended a
seemed
lot of careers, bro.
And it just, man, like it just. What were we doing? Well,
It-
not we, because I wasn't in there, but.
They called me and they said, "We'll give you $5,000 for a fight. If you win, you get $10,000. At the end, you win $200,000 or something." I'm like, "Okay, I'm in." It was that simple
They
for
knew
me.
who they would have asked. That couldn't
Yeah, the people.
that
Bruce
shit.
Pritchard said the
Yeah.
people that we asked, we knew that would do it.
Couldn't help
But
themselves.
only people that survived that whole thing was me and Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Everybody else faded away.
Bradshaw's like far and fed, dude. That was a big ass motherfucker.
He is big. He's not. He's slimmed down now.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks good. He's
Yep.
lost all that weight, and he's actually a real nice guy.
Very.
Not what
Yeah.
you think he is.
I never.
Yeah.
I only knew that was a character. He seemed like a nice guy, but he was always a big.
Well, I mean, he would ask people like in a
Yeah.
dress, but like it was just like if you knew him, you would know it was definitely just lighthearted.
Is he a country boy?
It was a little much.
He was. I think he.
He's
He's
like
more city now, but
Yeah.
he used to be a country boy.
Yeah, I was like, he looks like he has that build. Like, he could pick up a cow type shit.
Well, he started making some money in stock markets.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, and he's kind of changed. Doesn't he have a place in the Bahamas or something?
Bermuda.
And Bermuda, and he owns a soccer team.
What?
He helps like
Damn,
with
that
like
is fucking
rugby.
dope.
No, he owns
Rugby. Like
a
he does a
rugby
lot
team.
of work with. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah,
he has
they
something
do.
to do with the New York rugby team too.
Yeah.
That he owns part of that.
That's it, dude. I'm gonna start coaching.
Bring it.
He's done well for himself, but
And
he was
he's
always a
done- and
Wall
not
Street
just
guy.
for himself. Not
No.
just for himself. Like you were just talking about. Like for like he's giving back.
Good dude, man. Plays a hell of a golfer.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Do you golf? Do you
No,
guys golf?
do you know what though? Chief talked me into buying a set of golf clubs from him for $300, and I never used them. Chief J Strongbow.
How convincing was this? Like, I'm like, you're like.
I
maybe-
thought about taking it up, man, but I just never got around to it.
Man, I was never good.
Did you ever bring golf clubs on the road and go golfing?
Hell no.
You ever remember guys would do that? I remember Lex would, Kurt would.
Taker would do it.
Taker.
I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that's a
yeah,
white
fucking
thing.
ass.
That's a white thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's a white
I don't
thing.
recollect any black folks doing it.
Nah,
Or
I
any
wasn't.
Samoans or anything like that.
Dude, it takes too long. You're out there for like four.
Yeah.
Only thing good about golfing is you can smoke on the golf course.
No, all of them.
Yeah.
No?
No, like I don't think that like, I don't like. It's not like I know I have
It might be against the rules
Yeah.
technically, but everyone's
like
doing
I
it.
have a few friends that golf and like the ones that try to go to like the more exclusive type clubs where like it's it's like going to the really nice fucking mall. Like they're like that's
Are the weed police out? And,
yeah, like they're like
Really?
yeah, they'll be like, look, man, I don't want to tell you something, but like you're gonna have to put it out,
Steptone's always smoking on the golf course.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day. I smoke on the disc golf course.
That's cool.
You guys, have any of you guys ever tried that?
No.
Nah, I wanted
No.
to.
I always wanted to. Yeah, I seen it whenever I went to the park. I seen people doing it, but I'm like,
Doing what?
Looks funner than like real golf.
Disc golf. It's played like golf, but with frisbee-looking disc. But they're not really frisbees. You couldn't catch them the way they fly. But fun, it's stoner friendly.
Like
Stoner friendly.
What are you aiming for?
A basket.
Oh, a basket.
You
okay.
might see in a park. You might see a basket and be like, "What's
Okay.
that basket and stuff?"
All right.
It's for disc golf. You tee off and then you play your next shot from where your disc lands, and then you put it into that basket. There's part threes, part fours. There's like I have my disc golf bag. I probably have 25 disc in it, and if I go on a course, I might throw 20 of them. It's like having different.
Do you still play bones?
When I could get people to play,
Yeah.
maybe play with C today. Nobody ever wants to play with me no more.
don't play.
Bring it.
We don't play.
You play C.
I know.
Were
We're
you a
gonna play
card
today.
player though? Did you ever play gin?
I learned gin, but I didn't play it. I never learned
Yeah.
spades. I was dominoes.
No, Beale Street.
No,
Spades was Beale Street, right?
Yeah.
Kind of something similar.
I was straight dominoes.
Yeah.
Me and our
Beale
little
Street
crew.
was Yoko's
Did
thing,
you?
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I never really knew how to play it good, man. I was a gin player.
A lot of them guys played cribbage too.
Yeah, I never played
I
cribbage.
don't even.
What's
guys
cribbage?
It's a
Exactly.
game with a board with little pegs on it. It's a card game, but like some.
okay.
Andre, that was a big.
Yeah,
Andre
just
was a
yeah.
big cribbage. But I don't know how it played, but yeah. It was,
Yeah.
You play for money for gin though. I don't know about cribbage. Probably that too. 5 or 10. Like 5 for a win, 10 for a skunk. So there was money going.
was that
back
the
and
cribbage
forth.
board there? Yeah, I have no idea. Looks like Olympic Stadium and shit.
That looks like, what are you playing, track?
Yeah, I remember. I had one of those as a kid.
Could you guys imagine Andre the Giant or John Studd or anybody like that? You hear stories of us sneaking in the bathroom, taking hits, and guys playing cribbage. And was that something you guys thought of, like when you thought of wrestling?
Andre
sucking
with
and
the
stuff that
jug
we're
of
back there
wine.
doing all the silly shit.
Oh, like
that we did.
oh yeah, for sure. Like when like I always thought, I'm like, man, for sure, there's got to be like a party back there.
It wasn't a party like that, but like I mean, made the best of it. That's for sure.
The party was always after.
No, I meant like once you guys are out of the ring, you know,
Like, it-
like I would
Hanging
imagine
out.
It's like
Like
it's
hanging
like
out.
super friends. You
we
know?
made the best of it when we would be on the buses after like the shows on the Europe tours. And we have to drive several hours. I don't know, man. I just remember like getting off and stopping at a rest stop and hiding under like behind a bush, like smoking hash out of a can.
Wow.
you know.
Weed was hard to find. Like we
Yeah.
were mentioning it earlier. You couldn't find weed.
Squatting by a bush.
Yeah, man. and smoking hash out of a
Oh,
freaking
that's-
aluminum can.
I mean, some of these countries and
Yeah.
stuff we smoked at, it was very illegal.
Because we wouldn't put it in a tobacco, man.
Yeah,
We
they
would
always
rather
put-
smoke it out of a can than mix it with tobacco into a cigarette.
Nice. Nice.
And so
How long would pardon me? How long would you guys go out for? Like how long would like a single run be? Would it be like a month, 2 months?
on those European
longer?
tours, it could easily be 2 weeks.
I remember one being 18 days.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that was getting like a couple weeks out was pushing it. Like 3. I mean, we would do it. It got better as time went on after I got there, but like I know it was worse before I got there while you were there, man. Probably out there 3
I
weeks
remember
at-
being in
at
Europe.
a
They'd
time.
run 2 shows,
Yeah.
2 different shows a night, and you'd run 18 days, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you'd do long
You might
bus
get
rides.
you might get a day off on the road or something, but you'd be out.
Long bus rides.
Whoa.
You do like 5-6 hour bus rides, and after partying all night, you had to get up,
Sleep on the bus.
just like your guys' life tour bus. You know, you
Yeah.
sleep on the bus.
Sleep on the bus.
You remember Yoko's Lounge?
Yeah, in the
The
back.
tour
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had Yokozuna had a lounge in the back, and only certain people were allowed in the lounge back there. With big yoke dog, big old 500-pound Samoan running it.
If someone wasn't
500
like, they'd be
pounds?
sent up to the jump seat up in the
Good.
front.
You know, it's almost the end of the show.
Is it?
No doubt.
You know, I might have one,
Bring it.
just one, and my son's here. He's driving, so
Oh.
you know that's one thing I've learned. I've learned is Uber. Let somebody else drive.
It was one of the greatest things to ever come out.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially around here. Like, if you don't have a car before and you had to rely on taxis or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
E, you go to join in?
Yeah, I just filled my cup up.
Who else is in this? All right. How much?
Yeah.
All right, that's not
We
bad.
know.
That's not bad. We can do this.
Yeah.
Hey, salute everybody.
Salute.
For those that
Yes.
can and
Salute.
cannot. See.
Yep.
Yes.
Dr. Greenthumb Show, baby. Let's
Hey,
go.
appreciate y'all having me.
No, man.
Salute.
Appreciate
Pleasure.
you coming,
Salute.
man.
I know sooner or later we got to get. 'Cause I know there's some questions for you.
Oh, I think it's that time right now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
that time.
It's
Yeah.
time.
For 50.
We could do that.
50.
Oh, snap. It's that time.
Let's do it.
Ow.
Hey, we got Bart's coming up, right?
Oh,
Asylum.
Yeah. Oh, you sticking around for food?
yes, he is. He
Oh,
ain't listening.
Bart's
but yeah.
Barbecue
Shout out to
to
Bart.
the rescue.
We actually have a couple super chats from yesterday, so we'll get
Hope
these
he
going.
brings
We
some
got that
IPAs.
Votto Chris D Bands up in here saying Godfather over Cali. Bear gang up in this bitch.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate that so much. My wife says that I came across as a bully yesterday. I am not a bully. Just Cali Blaze just And I like the dude. I like him a lot. I really do. But he's one of them dudes that stirs shit up.
Oh, yeah.
And he just knows how to stir me up the right way. And dude, I'm serious when I'm talking shit to him. So my wife says there has to be a button, like something that buzzes me because she's like,
There's a
you're going too
trigger.
far. So
Yeah, he triggers you somehow because you just start honing in right on him, and you just like
he does it on purpose. See, I mean, I'm telling you, he does it, and I like him, but I'm telling you, catch me on the wrong day.
right.
But
And
thank you.
And we got Callie Blaze up in here saying, Charles, no drinking today.
Oh, damn! Speak of the devil.
My wife.
Oh,
Anytime that
hey Denise.
Hello, Denise. Hopefully she's not listening.
What up, Denise?
My wife has a trigger word with me, and it's Charles. And then when I'm going too far and the bear's coming out, she'll go, Charles. And that usually settles me back down. So she told Callie
I
today.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that
yes.
there was some kind of word.
She'll
or
say
something.
Charles, like my mom and shit. And I'll
Yes.
be like, but for some reason, that settles me down. So that's why
Flip the
Callie's
switch,
being
turn it
once
off.
again, stirring it up. Look at Callie, stirring the shit up. Next.
And we got Midget Mike up in here asking, X, what's been your biggest failure so far and the most impactful lesson that you learned from it?
Wow.
Wow.
That's heavy.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy question.
Hey, no, okay, so if we want to go talk about something like that,
Up to you, brother.
I wasn't there for my children for a long time while I was fucked up. I was telling you about all those years I was fucked up. My children paid the cost for that. So biggest failure, without a doubt. There's no other failure that could even come close to something like that. So I'm good. My kids and I have a great relationship now.
Congratulations.
That took
That's
some
dope.
work.
Great
though.
to hear, bro.
Took some work.
I'm proud of you, man. You've known bad sides of me. I've known
wait.
bad sides of you.
Yeah, congrats on overcoming.
Congratulations, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Being a grandfather
dope.
too. Grandfather.
Yeah.
That's super cool, man.
You had to try a lot of times, huh?
What's that?
Like it's because it's like a lot of people try it, like try so much, and then even though they try like 1,000
Well,
times,
I wanted to want it so bad, man, but I just wasn't there for a long time, man. It took me a long time. So yeah, it's good.
that's
man.
dope.
It's
Congrats
great.
on them.
Life is great.
Not just wrestling, entertainment business, music, sports, whatever, man.
All the
Entertainment
same.
business is hard on
And the
family.
people that are attracted to the entertainment business, like I mean, I don't blame the business for anything, man, because like whatever baggage I had, I brought with me, to the wrestling business. So
I got
like
you.
a lot of people go, oh, the wrestling, like, man, like, okay, it's maybe not the right business for some people, man, but,
Right.
but it's definitely like, man, yeah, it's not. I don't blame that
Hey,
for sure, man.
you answered a hell of a question. Good for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we got Seattle Supersonic Boom up in here saying, X, you're my favorite since I saw you as the 1, 2, 3 kid.
Appreciate you. Thank you. That was, I hated that name. I don't know, like, I hated the name 1, 2, 3 Kid. I thought it sounded so like little bubble gummy or whatever, however the fuck to put it. But I was a kid, but I was like, even as a little kid, I always was in a hurry to grow up and be a man. Like,
Did you hate the kid part or the 1, 2?
no, the kid part I thought was cool because I like Dynamite Kid and shit like that.
Dynamite Kid.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But no, man. I was in a big hurry to grow up, and so like when people ask me, like when I was out, like, "Oh, you're a wrestler. What's your name?" I hated telling them 1, 2, 3 Kid. I would just like mumble the 1, 2, 3 part.
Remember Party 1, 2, 3?
Party 1, 2, 3.
Because we say that.
Now I think it's cool looking back. I mean, it was definitely a cool, like the way I was brought in, the way they had me beat Scott on TV, like out of nowhere. Scott always tells a story about when I did that, when I had the upset win on him at the Manhattan Center.
I remember. I was there.
He said that you came up to him after and said, "Hey man, did you fail a drug test or something?" Like you thought he was in trouble.
I wasn't smart enough to the idea, and it was a
well,
shock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, are they teaching you a lesson, bro? I was there.
No,
yeah.
it was the way they turned in baby bags.
That was
And
great
it
for
was
you
the
and
greatest
for
thing
him.
in the world for
For
me. Like,
both of you.
yeah, I didn't have to come in.
Yo,
and
have you guys ever had a match where
No.
you where you not
No.
together, but I'm saying a match
Damn, GM.
where
quick, huh?
you was mad with the guy or arguing or something, and
Well,
then you
what do you
got to
mean?
get in the ring with him, and like,
yeah, like, but never like where anything got out of hand.
all right,
You know, like, maybe a little bit, but nothing
Nothing.
like where like it affected the match. Like, because you got to be professional out there, man.
professional.
Like,
And plus, you gotta have to. You still got to make money. There's
Yeah.
money involved. There's a lot involved. You can't just be whooping people's asses.
it happens.
There's other ways to settle things, wrestler's court or whatever.
And I think he said yesterday, it's like you got to be around each other every day. So why
Yeah,
have
man.
beef with someone you're gonna have to?
It ain't gonna
be
work.
around? Yeah.
and like everyone, like I just felt like everyone genuinely liked each other for the most part. There
For
was
the
a
most-
few
yeah.
people like you'll hear stories, but
For the most part,
yeah.
we didn't all hang out together. You know, were you a big strip club guy?
I kind of was, man.
Did you hang out with me in a lot of strip clubs?
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I was strip clubs every night.
Hey, do
Either
you remember when we were all in San Antonio at a place called PT?
Yes, I know exactly where you're
and
going.
they were taking pictures of us with the girls. And then, like, several months later, all of a sudden, like, my wife's going, "What the fuck is this?" And it's like in the front page of the tabloid. Like,
Dude.
there's us with these girls, and the girl sold the story. Like, she made a story up, actually.
Dude.
It was a lie, but there were these pictures of us with these strippers. I think you might have been, I can't remember.
No, I was in that mother.
But,
I was
you know
doing
who-
this in one of them. The girl had her tit out, and I was going like,
Yeah.
like I was licking her nipple, right?
And Ron.
And Ron,
Well, only thing.
only his arm.
Only his arm, but that's all it took.
But they put a story to this thing, and
Yes,
they
it was
made
a bullshit
Godfather pimping hoes nationwide. He's the pimp of the this.
yeah.
I'm at the gym. Wait. I'm at the gym, right? Denise, my wife, right now, and it was innocent, man. It was just those were the hoes that we used that night, and we were at the club and just taking stupid pictures. Well, somebody put a story to it.
Ooh.
My wife calls me and says, "You better." I was at the gym. Here's the message. "You better get your ass home. There's a picture of you in the Inquirer or the front page of you licking some girl's tit." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I went right to the store. I got one and I seen it. And I'm like, "Oh."
You knew exactly what it was. Soon
But
as you saw
yeah,
it, right?
but they put a story. But it was just innocent. That's being
Yeah.
stupid, you know.
My wife knew it was bullshit because the story said I was drinking beer. I was getting fucked up on beer, and I didn't touch a drop back at that point. Like, I had gotten that out of my system. Like, when I was 1, 2, 3 kid, I drank a lot.
There was some-
X-Pac didn't drink any.
There was something in that my wife. They said I yelled something in my like. He would never.
You
do
never
that.
did that. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Wow. Can you imagine your old lady calling you and telling you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
"You motherfucker"?
Damn, that is crazy.
I had one with. Oh, I've had a few like that, but they were innocent pictures. They really were.
Can you find this picture?
I would.
I don't want
I
to.
would be surprised if somebody found that. I don't even remember what it was. It wasn't the.
I remember.
It wasn't the Inquirer. It was like one of their.
Our
sister
picture was a
clubs.
different picture. The picture I'm talking about was a different one.
But it was the same group
But,
of.
yeah.
It was the same night with the same.
An arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
So I don't get it. She had a tit out, and then you was just taking a flick, right? So
Yeah.
What's she mad about? She got the tit out.
I don't know if she was mad, but somebody wrote a story to it that wasn't
It was
true.
a bullshit. Yeah, that story was completely fabricated.
It was all fabricated that I'm running a whole fucking nationwide running hose and I'm
'Cause, like,
supplying
legit,
people with hose.
that was
I mean,
one of
what
the
else
more.
are you
That was the
supposed to
one. That
do?
was one of the more innocent like strip club outings, right?
Yep.
You know, it was very like nothing of any kind
The
of
fun.
nothing happened. There were no.
Pimping ain't easy, man.
Yeah.
But your ass was there with us, weren't you?
Yeah, of course.
So, dude, I forget so much. I was drinking so much back then and smoking so much that I forget a lot of times who was hanging out until you start telling the story.
I wouldn't.
And I'm
I
like,
wanted-
oh, his arm. Yeah, so
I wanted to experience all of it.
crazy,
Bring
man. Every night I'd go to a strip club or a country bar. Every night. And I went to a lot. I'd be the only black dude in a country bar with my shirt off.
Yep.
Ooh wee.
Mad white girls.
Why are you always
I'm saying.
saying what?
You at a country bar.
How do you know they weren't Filipino girls there, black girls?
Come on, man.
It's just a country bar.
Have you ever been in a country bar, Les? Ever in your life?
Never.
Okay.
Hey, by this time, like a lot of country bars were playing hip hop songs too.
Yes, they were. Because the girls wanted to dance, not to that hoo-ha shit.
Hey, how many did we do one super chat?
Hey, I bet you if you play a Hank Williams Jr. song, Bear will know the words to it.
I could imagine nowadays the country music.
It's not being funny, Ezo.
The best, dude.
And we got Clodster Cookie up in here saying, epic episode, guys. Big ups and shout to Cypress Hill that's on the road.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know they're killing it.
Right.
Yeah, they're killing each other with the workouts, bro. Bobo and Be Real going at it each other like nonstop.
Wow.
down.
What's going on with that?
They like keep competing and they keep getting the notices.
Are they still? You guys still competing?
No, I'm cool. I already beat Be Real twice.
Beat them twice.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
Good for you.
Him and Bobo are just going at it. But you know, I'm like, he's making Bobo work for it. I had to put the statuses on.
What are they doing? Like training stuff and
They're just like
jogs
working out. I'm like, bro, you
working
guys are already performing for like 2 hours. I'm like, you guys are just overworking. You're gonna come here and just sleep for a week. But
Yeah, you gotta like. If you train too hard while you're all, like on the road performing every night, that's not gonna. It's not a great thing, actually.
Next.
And we got 47 times up in here sending us a slice of pie with the super sticker.
Yes.
Cool.
Please.
Gotta have fucking brisket pie.
Ooh,
Bart's
yeah.
Barbecue. Bart's Barbecue.
Bart's
So-
barbecue
I hope
to the
you brought fry
rescue.
tip.
And we got Madways up in here saying, can I get a birthday shout out? Salute to the best show.
What, Mad
Happy
Wiz?
bir-
Madways.
What?
His name is Madways.
Matt Ways. Happy birthday to you.
Mad
Happy birthday,
Ways.
Mad Way.
Happy birthday,
happy
man. I hope
born
you're smoking
day.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
And we got Charlie Tuna up in here saying, man, I used to watch XPac on Channel 11 after school when he was with GWF.
Yeah, that's where I was like before. You know, you were there. You were in the
I was there as,
Yeah.
for a minute.
in GWF or just in-
GWF.
okay, yeah.
I was Soul Taker.
Okay, we weren't there on the same day though.
No. I had a big thing with the Patriot, Dale
Yeah.
Wilkes.
Yeah, I was there on a different week. Yeah,
Okay.
we missed each other then. That was my big exposure though.
Wow.
There, that was the first.
That's
time
right.
people saw
I
me.
remember that. I
Yeah.
remember. Yep. All right.
And we got Utah Hawk up in here saying, X, how many of your 9 WWE belts do you have?
None. I don't have any of that. I gave it away. I gave it to. I
What?
Gave one of them
What?
to
Really?
charity. Like
Not one belt?
no.
That's right.
I have a
Wow.
I have a replica of one of them, like sitting in my studio. But
Did you even ask for a belt when you had one?
I just kept one. Like
I never even asked for one.
I just kept one.
I think I got some later, but
Yeah, you have 2 in your office.
yeah, but they were given to me. I never asked for one. I don't know why.
Imagine like with Godfather, like when you give your Godfather's kid, you get in trouble, he hits you with that belt. With the WWF title.
It's easier to get them made now, so and more people make them. So I think it's like easier for the people that like that actually have to win the titles to actually keep one of them. You know, have another one made. Like it just wasn't a thing back then. Right?
If you had one-
we didn't just keep our belts.
No.
Back then.
If you had one, would you display it, or would you just be in the bag somewhere in the closet in the back?
You mean while I was the champ?
No, like right now.
Oh no, it might be like I got somebody sent me a replica of one of them, and I just have it like leaning on the
Yeah.
back of the couch. You can see it.
It doesn't. It's not like it
like
doesn't
hanging
mean
up on the
anything.
wall.
It's just.
What would happen if,
I was
if
never-
he displayed it right now?
It's just like some people
Who would
are
care?
into that, and that's cool. Like I don't have a bunch of stuff up. Like
I don't want
I'm
to.
don't
just
have a
saying,
big
you're not.
shrine
It's
to
not like you're gonna get in trouble. Like
no. It's
he
just
took
some
the
people.
fucking belt.
Some people are more into it.
like
They take it more serious than others.
It's like a
you know.
trophy.
I'd like to think I wasn't a mark for myself, but
shit. That's something I
Yeah.
would have
I
done.
dig. I
would've
dig the stuff I
definitely took a
did, but
belt.
like.
Yeah, I dig it all, but I got tired of looking at 16 of me on the wall every day.
Yeah.
But I think I'm very humble and appreciative, and I think it's cooler than hell.
Come on,
But,
B.
you know.
Each one of those dolls is like a trophy, B.
I'm gonna put some different. I'm gonna put. WWE did an album one time. Ice-T did my music.
Yeah.
Okay, and they gave us a gold album.
Yeah.
I have a gold album of the Chronic album on a plaque or a thing that was done up real nice. I think I'm gonna put some stuff like that up next, and maybe my WWE Hall of Fame plaque.
Yeah.
But
It was the what the hell was it called? The hip hop album they put out. We had to Run DMC did our DX song. Yours
that's
was
cool.
Yeah,
I had
that's my
Ice-T
favorite
did mine.
version.
Yeah, that was cool. But I think I'm gonna go more that route now.
Yeah, we
Instead
might
of just
have to-
pictures of me.
Godfather album. Start working on that. You know.
You gotta teach me though, man.
It was called Aggression or something.
Yeah, it was called Aggression.
Yeah.
I might put that up.
That was a platinum. One of them was a gold. Like one of the wrestling album with just the themes was a gold. One of them was platinum. One of them was a gold. Do you have both?
I have to dig them out, bro. I don't even know where they are.
I don't have them anymore.
I know I have them, but you have to dig them out.
Yeah.
Next.
And next up in here, we got Bueno saying, I watched DX Bio on A&E last night. It was fire.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
And we got Michael up in here saying DX were the GOATs in the Attitude Era of WWF and WWE.
Thank you.
Facts.
Hey.
And we got Jesus up in here saying, so many of us got suspended for doing the X motion on our crotch at
He's
school.
old.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, that's. I mean, I hear that more than anything. Like when I meet people, it's incredible how many people say that.
People tell me
It must have been a motherfucker for teachers and shit. Like that, right?
Could you imagine them saying pimping ain't easy?
So I
Put
used
this
to
girl on the
bring-
whole train.
I lived in Florida
Suck
back
it.
then during the DX years, and I brought my kids to what the hell, Grace Lutheran Church. It was they had a school there, so my kids went to like a Christian church, like a private school. And when I would drop my kids off at school, all the parents and the teacher would look at me like I was just this huge piece of shit.
I would have done the motion to them though at that point. Here, parent conference.
Damn, that would have been cold.
I looking back, I kind of get it. I mean,
I always looked at wrestling like the hip hop game. Like for me, once I found the hip hop game and I started making money, it was like that's it. This is the route I'm gonna go.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I ain't doing the 9 to 5.
Right.
You don't seem like a 9 to 5
I can't
guy.
imagine it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I like controlling and bossing myself.
I lasted a day, at a Wendy's and it was a Taco Bell, and like a week or two at a Subway. Man, that was the extent of any kind of actual job.
Exactly.
I worked in a strip club before, and but I don't like. That's a job, but it's just it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that can't be too bad of a job.
No, it was for me at the time. I was a kid, so like I was in heaven. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
And next up in here, we got K Max saying, totally honest question. What does Godfather and X think about the movie The Wrestler?
It's definitely like that character is definitely a common theme in wrestling. Like there's more, like there was a lot of sad stories, man. And a lot of people, like I can relate to a lot of that stuff, I'm not there anymore, but like, and so, but it's, and it's not all sad. It's not all like, it's definitely not a ton of happy ending, endings to the stories back then and in those generations. But like, it's much better now, man. It's much like, it's just, I don't know. There's a lot more opportunities for guys now. Like after they're done, like there was no fan conventions for guys that are done in the ring, to go make a good, we make good money on those fucking things.
I am not complaining.
Fuck,
I mean,
man.
you make great money to go on the weekend and
Yeah.
take pictures with people that love you. They don't. It's not like they hate you. They love you, and it's easy money and it's fun. And
it's nice to see like people you've known for 30 years.
Oh yeah.
So
We got Revamped Wrestling up in here saying, rest in peace to Daphne, a great wrestler.
Oh, she was cool. Yeah, I didn't know her very well.
I didn't know her at all.
Yeah.
But rest in peace.
And we got Claudia up in here giving us the number one.
Number one.
You're number one.
Number one.
Uno.
And we got Miss Angelique saying, Godfather palmed the Stundin like he was Shaq. Broke it like the backboard.
It's true. Facts, B.
Maybe I should have backed off a little bit. I don't know. I don't know why I kept doing it. It was like E-Zone said, it was just kind of smooth how it happened.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Maybe I still got a little bit of strength left in me, just a little bit.
And next up in here, we got Dab Booster saying The Godfather's hosting like a champ. Salute.
Yeah, very.
Oh, thank you. Because, hey,
Very nice.
it's not me, man. It's everybody. It's C. It's Les. It's E-Zone. It's, believe me, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. It's just the people at this table and behind the scenes and up in the, I call the stairway to heaven that do it, man. I'm just talking a little shit, so I appreciate that. Nothing but love back at you.
Well done.
And we got my favorite up in here, Karina, saying happy 32nd birthday to her son, Jason.
Jason, happy birthday.
Yeah, what up, Karina?
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday.
Is the same Karina out there?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Karina.
Thank you for all the delicious snacks, Karina, and happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday.
Karina, good looks.
And we got Godfather's favorite up in here, Rusty Shackelford.
Oh, my God. I haven't heard from him in a minute.
Wow, it's been.
Is he on? Well, okay, let me hear what
He's not talking shit. He's saying bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Favorite Scott Hall memory for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, man. Good dude.
That's a dope shirt.
Yeah,
Great
it's a
dude.
great shirt, right?
I love that
Great
shirt,
dude.
G. That shit's great.
When did you
Oh,
meet
yeah.
Scott?
Like a little bit before I came in because I knew,
Year?
92, but I wasn't there yet.
You know when I met him?
Back in Germany, right?
80s,
Or Austria. right?
88?
Yeah. He used to talk
88.
about it a lot. Those were
88.
good times.
Dude, I love that dude. Anyway, 88.
Yeah, man. He talked about it a lot. And like you guys, he loved that lifestyle, living in those caravans over there. And just,
Yes.
he stayed in one place every night and just,
They're like,
it was great,
ah,
he said, man. He loved it.
that's, yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. Liked him a lot.
What's your guys' favorite memory with him?
Oh, man.
So many.
So many, man.
One of the early memories is you know, I said I didn't smoke weed, but I did try weed before the 90s because we used to smoke hash in Germany.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. he talked
So
about
I did
smoking
smoke
hash.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he used to, they got me smoking hash, and he would be like, we had trailers, caravans, and we'd stay in these things for 30 days at a time, and mine was next to him, and he would knock on my caravan and say, turn off that country music, get off that Coke can, and let's go to the gym, motherfucker.
Yeah.
God bless him,
Yeah,
man. A great dude.
I miss him so much, man.
Great dude.
And we got Papa Fabs up in here saying, have you ever chokeslammed someone in real life? Godfather.
Many times.
Holy shit.
In the clubs, when I worked in the clubs, many times. Especially back in the 80s, early 80s, man, when it was a little rougher back then.
We got DJ DeLizard up in here saying 1,000 likes and E-Zone gets hit with the chair by Godfather and X.
Let's save that for Cali.
Yeah.
Let's save that for Cali.
I didn't get to 1,000 likes, so
So how about that?
yeah, how about that?
And we got Midget Mike up in here saying, let's get some ohms from the Treehouse crew.
Oh,
From the
yeah,
Treehouse Crew.
dude.
Yeah, how
I
about
mean, you
that?
guys can help out too if you want.
No, we want to hear
You know
you.
what?
about
No,
like
you
a-
guys take the
Yeah,
lead.
Are you talking about like a chant? Like a
Yeah.
Come on, all you guys.
Oh,
no, if Ray's not
come
doing
on.
it.
All right, all right.
Hold on, you gotta count it off.
All right, hey, chill out, man.
Say it louder.
Oh, I want to take a dab hit. Eat some Bart's barbecue.
Colton's the only one doing it.
Feels good.
It does feel good when you're done doing that, man.
Yeah.
Undeniably.
And we got Todd Watson up in here saying, salute to Godfather and X and salute to the Attitude Era of wrestling. Much love, fam, and stay high.
All the time. Much love back at you, and you know I'm going to stay high.
And we got Mosh Pit up in here saying, X, dude, you are a beast.
Ooh.
And we got Polo Sport up in here saying, X and Smoke Train in the building. It's perfect for the show.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Honor and a privilege to be at this table right now.
Yeah.
And we got Nick Pope up in here saying, yesterday's show was hilarious. Thank you, guys.
Cali Blaze. But besides him, it was fun.
And that seems to be it so far.
All right.
Well, cool, man. It's about that time anyway.
Yep.
Bart's time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Before I finish this, my son, who's probably here now, I'm like, dude, save your, don't eat nothing tomorrow because we got Bart's barbecue.
Oh, don't tell me.
And he told me I don't even want to eat it now. And I'm like, why not? He goes, you've put it over so much that it can't live up to expectations. I'm like, no, it'll live up to it, man.
Oh, damn.
Bart's is the shizness, man. It's the shit.
We're blessed.
So nothing but love.
I
to
didn't
Bart.
eat anything before I came here.
Oh, you're going to eat in a minute.
Yeah, I do that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing that intermittent fasting.
I hope you're not a vegetarian.
Oh, no.
Oh, not today.
Oh, no.
Not on this day.
C-, what you got?
Shout out to everyone. Appreciate it. What a fun show. Godfather, E-Zone, X. Appreciate you, sir. Psycho Lizzy, Treehouse Crew. Thank you for everything. Shout out to Dro. Shout out to everyone at Kitchen Sink Crew, the Insane Asylum, the 5150s, everyone on the YouTube and on the Twitch. I see you, everyone. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock mix. And then back here tomorrow for another edition of the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Shout out to my bro, Dro. He's cool. And, just thank you, everyone, for appreciate you being here. DJC-.com. Psycho Lizzy.
Psycho Lizzy.
Yo, shout out everybody here at the table. Salute. And shout out Be Real, Eric Bobo on the road doing their thing. They'll be back next week.
Yep.
And it's Thursday, so you know what we about to do. Get into this whiskey mix. Right after this, so get ready. Psycho Lizzy on the 1s and 2s. I don't know if
I didn't bring my computer.
all right, so we gonna drop some joints though. But
yeah.
Dom's doing it.
no, Diggity Dom here. All
Diggity,
let's
diggity.
go.
Yep.
Let's
Hear
do it.
that, Dom?
Shout out to the Insane Asylum.
go.
Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Ray
Please.
Morning Shot Films. Shout out to the Dominator. And also, don't forget about the Insane tracksuits. Those are out right now, along with the Funky Drop that will be dropping Friday at 420. Also, 30% off Dr. Greenthumb's LAX. Just ask your bud tender about the 30% off, and they will hook you up.
Cool. My man, Kid, what you got to say?
Follow me on Twitter.
I don't know.
At the real XPac. I only say that because I've been helping get like shelter dogs adopted lately.
Oh, that's cool.
Pit bulls,
Dope.
man. There's a lot of dogs, man, in shelters right now. And
Yep.
a lot, especially after the pandemic, a lot of people just like they were done with the dogs and they gave them back. So like look out for me. Like I'll be posting stuff about.
Bro.
Gotten several of them adopted so far, man.
Anything I can do to help, please.
Yeah,
I'm a pit bull person. So.
Yeah. So yeah. Man, that's
If
just it, man.
you got any pit bull chihuahuas, like that's what
I can't even.
That's what I
Is there
do.
such a thing?
I'm just saying that.
Wow. How would that work?
That's what I'm looking for.
How
Like,
would that work?
E-Zone, what you got?
Salute to everybody who tuned in yesterday to the episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Tune in tonight, 7 to 9 o'clock. We have another episode for you guys. You know, it gets pretty lit. I've already been drinking. Also, shout out to Bart's Barbecue for bringing in the food today that we are about to all enjoy.
Yeah.
Go check out the food that we featured on the new episode of High and Hungry, which should be dropping today, Ray? Your mic's off.
420.
All right, 420. Make sure you check it out at Moose Craft Barbecue at the High and Hungry page. We're bringing you another barbecue gem in LA, so make sure you guys check that out. And follow High and Hungry TV for all updates and highandhungry.shop for all the new merch while you can get it, because it's very limited at this point.
Cool. Well, I want to thank Be Real, Cypress Hill. I know you guys are out there doing your thing, man. I appreciate the fact that you let me come in here and be stupid.
Yeah, what's up, B? Sorry, I didn't mean to jump into it.
No,
But I
go
didn't,
ahead,
I
bro.
didn't say what's up to B and everybody, man. Like,
Yeah, they're out there doing it, man, in front of big crowds.
no, like met him for the first time in 1993 in Stuttgart, Germany.
We should have told that story next time, because we should have brought that up next time. Shout out to the 5150s, the Asylum, Twitch, everybody out there, guys. I love you guys, man. I have a great time being on this show. I hope you find me, if nothing else, entertaining. But believe me, man, I don't get paid to do this. I do this because it's fun. I love these dudes. I love you guys, man. And just stay positive. Keep being you. Stay on that smoke train, man. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Peace out. Love. What was it? So Soul Train. Remember that?
Oh,
Peace
yeah.
and love, everybody.
Whiz.